Alright. I was giving Aaron like 5 minutes after I started to be like, yo, come on. But nothing. And I did tell him like 9, so this one's not my fault, gotta say. Yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it, I guess. I was hoping there'd be more people here, but I'm also starting like an hour later than I usually do, and after a false start from earlier, so I guess I can't really blame people. There it is. It's time to start Sonic the Hedgehog. I just fucking listen to that song. This game's gonna be so good. What did people in 2006 think when Sonic 06 came out? Because like a lot of the things that are wrong with the game, you only really know when you play it. So like people couldn't have been from the trailers like, oh, Sonic 06, this looks gonna be bad, and then came out and people were like, oh yeah, this is terrible, it's horrible, obviously. So that would mean that like when they started the game, people are like, okay, Sonic 06, new Sonic game, what's happening, and they see all this and they're like, okay, looks interesting. Not a fan of the realistic, well, as realistic as 2006 can get. The I'm not a fan of the realistic humans, but it's something. This pre-rendered cutscene looks pretty good. Like you see all that, and you're like, this game might be pretty exciting. When Sonic show up.
We give thanks for the blessed flames. May we always continue to have peace.
Hey, Buster.
Son of Soliana, guide and watch over us with your eternal light.
Why is the chat there not showing up on screen? Let me just put him bang. Weird. I'll give it a little bit and see what happens, but worst case scenario, I'll have to open up Stream Elements in another tab and give it that old reset-y. And then like you're watching this cutscene, you're like, oh, Eggman looks well, he sure does look. And then Sonic finally shows up and you're like, whoa, this game? And like you're like, who's that? Third Hedgehog? He was in a trailer or something, I think. And then it's just some classic Sonic goodness. And it looks pretty good.
I'm Sonic.
One!
Sonic the Hedgehog. Not that irritating hedgehog again. Attack!
Like, you're just a 2006 gamer and you're watching all this and you're like, eh, this is actually pretty cool. Soundtrack goes hard, the pre-rendered cutscenes look good. There's a third Hedgehog that is gonna be doing something cool, probably. It's just like Sonic Adventure. And then the in-game cutscene starts.
No
I thought I opened Sonic 06, not Tekken 7. This is just Infinite Azure. What the fuck? Or is the fucking this is the end of the world from Kingdom Hearts 3?
Our little game ends now.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that.
Sonic, take this!
Alright, the chat is not updating.
I've got it. And don't worry, I'll rescue
Ugh.
you.
I know.
It's only a matter of time before it's mine. Until then, you can hold on to it for me.
Eggman has cups in his jacket. Imagine laying down with those. I mean, the answer there would just be don't lay down with the jacket on. You know, just boom. And now it should work. Running better than I thought. Damn man, the bugs like clockwork. It's like the game wants to prove you right. Well, to be fair, that's not Sonic 06 doing that. This is the PS3 emulator. That is not a thing that happens typically in Sonic 06. I can tell you that.
What's Eggman up to? I need to gather some information.
Hmm. If I can't see the game, that might be a bit of a problem. Off to a fantastic start, really, but... Dude, what is with... Why is the chat not showing up on the goddamn stream? Have the YouTube overlay showing. What the fuck? It reset when I did it in Stream Elements, so... Link should still be working. Hey meme, no, Storm Pro 6. Does it have any patches in RPCS 3? Oh. Hmm. Alright, time to hit that good old-fashioned Google. Okay, so how do you fix it? Sonic 06 is not possible through emulation. That would be saddening. Can you guys just tell me what the... okay.
What if you could do SEO smarter
Yep.
and faster?
Yep. Oh yeah.
With Wix, you can edit your
Take this!
Nope, that looks the exact
Long time
same.
no see.
Oh no, is Sonic 06 just not possible? Have I have I done you wrong? Yo, hey Alfonso. You already got a skill issue? It seems. Huh. This is hmm. Well shit. Now what if I go to the RPCS3 Discord? He's the canary. Okay. Classic, gotta download a patch from the RPCS3 Discord because they don't upload that shit anywhere else, and even when they do, they don't explain how to upload it. It's just a classic problem. Could always try the Xbox emulator. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't know why the chat isn't showing up. Okay, one problem at a time. Patches. Right there. Do I have to keep that for MGS4 too? Because they have to have the same name. Or can I delete one? If I get a different names, it's still into the page. Yeah, that still shows up. Hmm. If I delete the other one, wouldn't it get rid of the other patch? Because they're both imported? Alright, well, start the fucking game. I'm not trying to hear no backtalk, Ryan. There are clearly issues that are going on here, you stupid fuck. And so while I wait for someone in the Discord to respond, let me just take good old OBS here. I'll just give it that good old copy link. Anything? It shows up in the fucking stream elements page. So it does know that the chat is coming from the YouTube chat from this stream. The only problem I could possibly think of is that since I started a stream, ended it, and then started a new stream, maybe it's confused in some way. But the only way to solve that would be to stop this stream and start another one. And I'm not doing all that shit, so fuck you. Whoa, my god. Oh my god, you didn't answer the question, you stupid fucking idiot asshole. Like, goddamn. Why would you link me, hey, how do you add canary patches to RPCS3? When in the question, I said I've done this before with a different thing! Like, just use your brain. No, it doesn't get fucking retard. Ah. So, for reference, friends, or hold on, let me read these first. Chill. I see when I'm pressed because it's funny. Sad face. I don't care. Discord combo moment. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see. So I'll just come here, come here. Just fucking Microsoft. No. Alright. And then I here open this in good old fashioned notepad. Just boom pow. Delete that because it's useless and never made any sense in the first place. That's saved. Thanks, Notepad++. Oh. RPCS3, and then I come to good old fashioned Sonic the Hedgehog, manage game patches, graphics fix. Boom, apply, save, open Sonic the Hedgehog. Still no idea what to do with the chat. I guess you guys are gonna have to read the fucking YouTube chat now if you want to see each other's messages. Because for now, I ain't got no fix for that. Suck my dick. What do you want me to do? Hell, if anything, this should have given Aaron more time. Oh, there we go. Aaron, you can't say let me onto the stream. Be 30 minutes late. There you go.
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. We got delayed by the graphics of the game not working anyway.
I'm sorry I could miss the incredible incredible game Sonic the Hedgehog, featuring the incredible character Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, all you missed was me fiddling with settings to try and get the game to appear, and the opening cutscene, which we're not gonna rewatch.
Hmm. Okay, well, I guess you catch me up with my history. It's an SGDQ run with Sonic.
Why are you helping me?
Hmm.
I
No
learned about
special
this
reason.
game, and then I laughed, and then I never played it. I've only ever played Project 06, which you're not playing. It's not the real experience.
My only experience with this game, like personally, is having played the multiplayer while I was at a cousin's house.
Hmm. They do play this in Breaking Bad, though.
I'm afraid
Uh,
our game ends now.
You play Sonic 06?
Yes, they do.
Hmm.
They play that and Sega All Stars Racing.
Yeah, I only remember All Stars Racing. I don't remember
They
06.
do play the multiplayer in Sonic 06.
I've got it. And don't worry, I'll rescue you.
I know.
How do you know? If you know,
Vince-
then you should find.
Vince Gilligan was really on the ball then, huh? He was ahead of his time.
It's like time travel. Also, I did watch you yesterday play a little bit of Forces.
Hmm.
Before I just took a nap. But to be honest, isn't that joke like 5 years old at this point?
What?
Refunding Sonic Forces.
Technically, yes. But I wasn't a streamer 5 years ago, so...
Yeah, you're just outdated. You gotta get with the times, old man. That is more than like. That stream is like the first time I saw more than 60 seconds of that game. And I mean, it just I don't know. It just kind of looks like
I need to gather some information.
any other Sonic. But
That's
I
how
probably
that's how it looks, but it's definitely not how it feels. Because I also for a long time thought it was like, oh, it looks like pretty standard for Sonic, but that was not true.
I think my big thing.
The camera's inverted in this game. Oh God!
This 2006.
Why is the camera inverted?
Also, I've heard that the loading screens are very quick in this game.
Yeah.
But I looked at that. Ow, it didn't look awful. It just kind of looked like this. Hold on, amazing cutscene.
Yeah, fucking mocap, the revolutionary technology.
But the thing I thought was,
I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't
I was
be
gonna
a
say,
good thing.
just
With your help, this should be a piece of
oh
cake.
yeah, but cause I thought the OC. Also, Sonic stops moving here, and I like it.
Uh,
The clone or like the OC that you make. I was like, this plays identically to Sonic, but he has like a
yeah.
little Mega Man Buster Cannon. I kind of think they should have doubled down on that. Like I know everybody hates when they go combat in my Sonic game. Ew.
This is always sucks.
I don't know. I think they should have doubled down on that. I think that was cool, and how you can like equip different ones.
It might help you find
There should have been more of that, because like the burst just kind of one shot everything.
Yeah, I mean they all one shot, but the burst is the easiest to
Yeah,
use.
but like you had more reason to just pick them.
Yeah. I mean they technically kind of sort of do if you want like the light speed dash and stuff, but there's no reason if you're playing the game to refund it, then you really only need the one.
I think they should have done that. I think they should have made it so like, oh, you can double down it, because that would separate them. Like
I forgot this game had grinding in it.
Also, just get rid of classic Sonic. I think the reason I never even bothered with Forces is that like, it was just like the third time we were doing this where it's like, hey, remember Green Hills? Remember Chemical Plant? Remember Casino Night?
Remember the Death Egg? Yeah.
And like Mania already did that, and Generations already did that, and you can even be an asshole and say Sonic Adventure 2 sort of already did that. And it's just like I was so sick of that. And then they kind of did it again for Frontiers. Not as bad, but they kind of did. And that was just my problem. That was my problem with it, and that's why I didn't never play it and never knew anything about the game other than it was mid. And like 2 hours long.
Mm.
If you just enjoy the game, well, then you'll be able to.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I was saying nothing. I was saying like a nerd comment. I was saying if you spend more time with a game, then you'll enjoy it than when you get your money's worth.
Anyone who says that about any game is stupid and wrong, even for games that I like. I would not say, oh, we spent more time with it. No. It's like, if they didn't like it, they either had bad taste or just didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh.
How does one get their hands on 100 rings?
Oh, 100. Oh, hold on. I remember this. You have to talk to an old man. You gotta talk to a man, and then you play Superman 64. That is not a joke.
I talked to all the men, and that's because I remembered that too.
There's like an old guy. I mean, like old.
I talked to the old guy.
But he's gonna say like play Superman 64.
All he said was there's a danger by the beach.
Or maybe there's another old guy.
I've talked to all the guys. I know who you're talking about, but I've talked to all the guys.
You're not able to light speed dash yet.
I know, that's why I need the 100 rings.
I know. I've seen the Game Grumps play this game. Okay.
I've talked to all the guys. Never mind, this guy just appeared.
Yeah, that old guy. Yeah, that one. That one actually has a name. And then you play Superman 64.
Okay, so blue means side quest. Still sounds annoying as Jordan. Not even close. Who's your friend? This is my friend Aaron.
Yeah. And then they tell you the dialogue, and then there's a loading screen.
They say the thing, and then loading screen, and then they're like, "Hey, just so you know, you are in fact doing the thing," and then there's a loading screen.
Great. But you are playing on RPS3, where the loading screens are actually good, so not the real experience.
Yeah.
I actually have heard conflicting things that this is one of the two games that actually runs better on Xenia.
I don't even know what Xenia is. Never heard of it.
360 emulator. Which for 90% of games, unplayable. But then the 10%, like, perfect. I got Banjo-Kazooie to work on it just fine. So that was cool. I guess I should also spout a little experience with my take on Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I am qualified. I like him, but I'm not a diehard fan of him. I've played enough of the games to know I like him. I've never technically even really played a Sonic game I'm like, this is fucking awful. I've never really done that. I've even actually played, like, you know about GBA Sonic Genesis?
Yeah.
I technically played that. I was like, oh, it's gonna be awful. And then I played, I'm not shitting you, to Scrap Brain, and then just like the joke stopped being funny, and I'm like, it's just Sonic 1, but not that good. It's not like atrocious. Also, if you turn around and when you do that, you can collect all your dings with your rings with your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to save, because if you get a game over, you're doing that entire bit all over again.
I have to save manually? Fuck.
Yeah, if you get a game over, it's Jover.
Fun.
That's how they do it. It's XX. Okay.
I don't expect to get a game over on like the actual stage part, but if I have to do the fucking mock speed section right after this, then that's not gonna be any fun.
Yeah, I'm talking the entire zone, which includes mock speed.
Awesome. Running past those assholes, because combat in Sonic games is bad.
That's the joke in. Oh, yeah.
You have to do it every time.
It's the bit anyway. That's the joke in that was popular in like 2006. Like they did this, the cutscenes were super long, and then they did a level, and then they died, and then they had to watch the entire. They had to watch all the cutscenes over.
Yep.
Like, That's kind of what this in like 2006 this game had the reputation for. I say in 2006, but I wasn't online in 2006. But that's what made this game popular. They're not popular, but more games than this.
It's beloved, really.
I do know this was many people's first 360.
Oh, fuck! Oh, man. I just gotta... yeah.
This was many people's first.
I know how to take a different route this time, so I know to not go that direction.
I guess also PS3 game, but that console didn't launch.
I used the lightspeed dash, fuck you.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, man. So that's what this game's gonna be like, huh?
But I played a little bit, but yeah, I'm experienced with the adventures. I've played all the boosts, except for Unleashed. I've never played Unleashed.
There we go.
I guess Forces technically counts, and I've never watched more than 60 seconds of that. I played a little bit of Frontiers. I played Heroes and
Oh, can I just not? There we go.
Shadow, and yeah, I think they're fun. But I've never really beaten one, or I've never like beaten a bad Sonic game. I've only been like, haha, this sucks, and then just move on with my days. Because if you want to be a real lore master, this isn't even the worst Sonic game by a land.
Absolutely not. No.
The actual worst one is Sonic Eraser.
I mean, that's not a real Sonic game, so...
No, that's a real Sonic game. It's got it in the name. It was made by Sega.
That doesn't mean it counts. Pokemon Rumble is... we've had this conversation before, but I guess for the people...
I stand by Pokemon Rumble U is the worst Pokemon game.
For the people at home, what's it? Me and Aaron have talked about this before, where it's like, just because a game like... okay.
Wow, it's Aaron Hansing. You couldn't react in less than 2 seconds?
I didn't even know that I was going to jump there.
That gets everybody.
But what's it? Yeah, so we talked about the fact that just because like a game has the title in it doesn't really make it a game. Because it's like, oh yeah, if you ask someone what's the worst Pokemon game, and what the fuck?
You just jump.
I literally pressed the jump button.
Nah, this is hypocrite. You just hit the A button.
I literally
or circle or whatever.
I literally pressed the jump button. The fucking
just mash it. Just mash it.
All right. So yeah, if you ask someone what's the worst Pokemon game and they respond Pokemon Rumble U, you go, haha, okay. But then what's the actual worst Pokemon game?
It's like the actual main, like when it comes to main series, like I don't hate any of the games, so it's like who cares? But like I think games like Rumble U and like I was thinking it was like Rumble U, Dash. I don't know. Dash literally has the substance of a WarioWare minigame, and it's like an hour long. So it's not that good, but also like who cares? Oh yeah. Also, I'm doubling down. Oh shit. Oh yeah, he's got the dummy rings. This is something they massively fixed in Project 06. Oh yeah, I did play a little bit of Project 06. That's a really good mod, or not mod. Essentially, it's a new game from the ground up.
Yeah.
Heavily by Sonic 06. That's a really good.
I have to find the whole thing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
And it would be like it's really good, but at the end of the day, it is still Sonic 06, and I don't think the level design is very good. I might get some shit for that, but I don't think the level design in this game is very good.
The only shit you'll get are from insane people and King K.
I know they exist. I've seen people with completely rational opinions on games say like, "Oh, Sonic 06's level design's actually really good." I don't see it. I think once you get, I think this level and the next level are fine. They're fine. They get the job done. They're nothing amazing, but they get the job done. Then you hit white, not ice cap. And then they're just like, let's have a really annoying mechanic. Which Sonic Adventure 2 also kind of had, but not as bad.
Which is why that game is also not good.
Well, you're gonna have to fight me in the death on that one. But, Sonic Adventure 2...
I wouldn't know, but...
...is good. It's pretty good. It's a really ambitious game for 2001, and I respect it for its ambitiousness, and when it's good, it's very good. But when it's bad, it's just kind of boring. and that game is infinitely better with mods.
Oh, here it comes. I think.
We're not gonna make it!
Time to step it up.
As you see,
Son-
I'm infinite.
Sonic Chronicles stream when I thought about doing Sonic Chronicles because I thought about just doing a lot of bad Sonic games, but then I thought about it and I was like, wait, but Sonic Chronicles is an RPG. There's no fucking way I'm doing an RPG on, on this goddamn
That game,
stream.
not shitting you, that game's like 20 hours long. And also, you would have to, like, for your sanity, play that on a DS. Because no way in hell you're do you want to play the world's worst Osu level with a mouse?
Yeah, no. But even just for any RPG, I wouldn't even play a good RPG on stream.
That's my fear. There's a part of me that wants to stream just like how I want to do YouTube.
It's
There's
fucking
part of
up.
me that wants to stream. But I hate Twitch. Also, you're actually doing pretty good. I hate Twitch, and YouTube streaming is not much better. And
What do you mean?
I would feel. Well, I hate Twitch's layout and how they don't save videos. Unless you back them up. Which that's just destroying history.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Bye, Echo.
Oh, we're not gonna make it.
We're not gonna make it. Also, if you run into a wall, he break dances. And they kept that for Project 06. That made me smile. But what was I gonna talk about? Something about oh yeah, because like I would always have the fear to do a live stream. I could never do it.
Fear of what?
Because like if I like was like this and just bye, and just like was doing terribly at a game that I was inexperienced with, and then but other people could play it just fine. I would not have the mental stability to be like just be able to deal with it. I'll be like I would have to do well. I can't get mad at a game. People like it, like so I'd only be able to stream games I'm good at or I'm knowledgeable about.
Skill issue. If people like a game and I hate it, then fuck them.
No, it's an absolutely me thing. Everybody else on this planet can do it just fine. Which is why being a streamer is for losers who can't edit.
Oh, I can edit. I just don't want it. It's so
That's
boring.
why I've decided to. This was, if you don't know, this is actually not the first time I've been on this channel. I was originally in a Persona channel where I was.
No! I saw it coming, but there was no fucking way.
Remember how I said Forces is a psychological horror game? 'Cause you
Yeah.
have to waste money. Now you have to waste time. You die 2 more times, 3 more times actually. We're watching hours of cutscenes again.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, I originally was in Persona, and I knew nothing about the game. So but here I actually know quite a bit about 06, so I can actually back up commentary.
Hey, it's a Sonic game that's not as bad as people make it out to be. What the fuck are you talking about, Don? Please explain yourself, because every time people describe Sonic 06 is the glitches and the game sucks. So, what exactly do you mean by that?
My stance on
And do not say any bullshit about, well, it's not as bad as X game here, because that's not an answer. That's not a real answer.
My stance on 06 is someone who's never played the original, but has seen a full Let's Play and played all of Sonic of Project 06.
No! How do you fucking...
Yeah, you're dying. You gotta be like dead center.
How do I be dead center? Because even when I move the stick, he doesn't fucking do anything.
Don't ask me. Just get good. There's a...
Oh.
There's a... It's like Adventure 1, but the plot's really dumb. And it's way too tedious for its own good. And that... Because in my opinion... Sonic 06, like, we're talking about this. It's in a very weird space when, like, talked about the worst games of all time. Because compared to, okay, so my stance is that if there's a franchise you love, somewhere in that franchise, there's going to be a game there you just hate. You just hate. Because that franchise means a lot to you. It's why...
Well, assuming the franchise is big enough, because I doubt Toei fans are very sad with Toei.
Yeah, like no, not if there's like 2 games. But like,
Well, Final
if you're a
Final
Kingdom
Remix.
Hearts fan- if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you probably like there are people that just like, oh, I hate 3, 5.
No, it's not possible. It's just not possible.
It's possible, I swear. If you like play 358, like people like they're huge fans of Kingdom Hearts, like hate not the GBA one, but the HD version of the GBA one. And there are people that like, but like there are people that love Halo but hate Halo Infinite and things like that. There are people that like, those are the games that really stick out. In like a year, nobody's gonna talk about Golem or Forspoken because they're just, yeah, they're bad, and then you move on. 06 is in that camp of, oh, it's in a franchise I love. Because, like, until 06, the Sonic franchise was actually pretty positively received. I mean, there was, like, Heroes, which was mixed, and Shadow, which was mixed. But, like, overall, it's pretty positive. And then 06 came out, and it's like, what the fuck happened? And it's like, compared to games like Superman 64 and Ride to Hell Retribution, and, like, other, like, criminally hated games.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, you did it, by the way. Like, other, like, super low Metacritic games. They're just, like, bad whatever games. 06 is just, like, just a really bad Sonic game, but, like, it just happened to be so unanimously bad that people just hated it. And it got low. So that's, like, I always find something I find weird about 06 compared to, like, all other, like, hated games.
I mean, yeah, but 06 is also just like a really terrible game because
I know.
because the thing with like a bad Kingdom Hearts game, no, even go Metal Gear, because Metal Gear Portable Ops, it probably isn't a terrible game. I just don't really like playing it because it controls like ass. But I would, if someone asked me what are the worst games of all time, I would think about Portable Ops, and I would go, well, I didn't really play most of that game, and also most of it wasn't really terrible. It was just controlled poorly. But Sonic 06 is just a bad game without the context of anything. So
I'm not saying it's necessarily undeserving. It just sticks out a lot from other like universally terrible games. Because it's just a really terrible Sonic game, and that makes it bad. That makes it terrible. But but like it just sticks out from games that I'm like, you're like, wow, these have nothing to them. It's just a game that leaves such a sour impression that it just sticks out as like, ugh. That's my stance. That's my stance on 06. Back to... Sorry if I'm essentially stealing the commentary while you game your ass off.
no, it's fine. Like, keep people around.
Yeah. Because I'm more entertaining anyway. I'm funnier. I should start my own stream. I get gazillion dollars. That was actually what I was going to talk about.
Why'd Tails call her the girl? He knows what her name is.
Yeah.
Weird way of saying that.
Also, Elise is just like almost every Sonic character, is a character that has really adorable artwork in the comics.
What do you mean the comics?
Like Archie.
She's not in Archie. I don't
I
think.
know. No, she's in Archie. Almost literally, dude, literally every Sonic character is in Archie. Okay.
Oh
And
no,
I've seen her-
because they stopped after Unleashed, so that's not true.
No, they didn't. They stopped after Mania.
What?
It went on for like 180 like parts.
Yeah, and the last thing that happened in the Archie comics was Unleashed, and then the Archie comics ended.
Hold on. I'm googling now. You're gaming. I'm googling it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Archie comics. Okay, the Archie series ended December 28th, 2016,
Yeah.
with 290 parts or issues. Also, this sounds like Flashman's theme. Okay. But yeah, the Archie comics ran from 1992 to 2016. It definitely was past Unleashed.
No, I'm talking about the events in the comics.
Yeah, they hold on, I swear, or maybe it was another comic. I swear I've seen official artwork of Princess Elise in like an actual just like regular non-realistic art style, and she looks way better. Kind of like Maria.
Semi recently, they had a picture of Elise and Silver like doing ballet or whatever on Twitter.
Maybe it was that. Maybe it wasn't Archie. I just thought it was like official artwork where they showed Elise, and it looked really cute. With like,
the only reason I heard about it was because everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're finally acknowledging that Elise exists."
yeah, but I swear, like they talk about every Sonic characters in the Archie comics, even like Honey the cat.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not what I'm referring to when I say that that it ended.
Yeah. But maybe I'm just talking out of my own asshole. It's why I don't like. It's why I don't want to stream. This man was wrong on the internet. Kill him.
Just don't say anything you don't know about. Easy.
Yeah. But I don't know about anything. I'm worthless. But talking about things I'm actually good at, or at least knowledgeable about. Originally, I talked about this when we were playing Persona. I was thinking of wanting to do a video on the Wii, like just the console. I'm scrapping it, but I'm revising it to make it a lot more fitting and a lot more digestible for me. I'm gonna just talk about the Pikmin series.
Mm.
Game's coming out, and I'm actually a pretty big fan of Pikmin. Yeah, I should probably do that. I played all the games. Okay, so this is actually really important. And this sounds dumb, but trust me, it's important. What is your stance on a game there's a good game there, but it only works when it feels like it?
It's a bad game. I don't know.
That's kind of Pikmin 1. There's a great game buried under there, but that game just works. It just says like, nah, we're not working today. that Pikmin, you want it to carry or you want to attack that Bulborb? We ain't doing that. It's more interested in the grass, literally. It just doesn't work. Because there's a really cool game. There's a really cool game there. It's got like a super unique day limit that I've never seen any other game like try to attempt before. Even like Majora's Mask, you have infinite repeats. And like Outer Wilds, it's just a time loop. It's not like you can play the game as long as you want. I've never seen a game emulate what the original Pikmin does, and it's really cool. But it just doesn't work. The game just doesn't work sometimes. And also, this is more apparent in the Wii version, the GameCube version, but both are applicable to this. Sometimes when you just walk over a bridge, you just fucking lose Pikmin for some reason. You lose like 5. They just disappear. Like there's not even like a little ghost; they just vanish. Because I think in the Wii version of Pikmin 1, without exploits, I believe it is you go Tails. I believe it is impossible to beat that game without losing any Pikmin. Because sometimes when you just kill enemies, you just lose like 5 because they get crushed under the floor. So like, how does that affect your opinion of a game?
Well, if the game like just doesn't work, then that's gonna be a lot of points against it.
like it's a pretty big problem. But like, there's a fun game there, but like, it just sometimes just doesn't work. Also, this final boss can suck my nads. I don't like Emperor Bullblacks.
Am I missing something here?
I think you have to do a mission to save the girl.
I did this woman's side quest over here, wherever I guess she
there's
disappears.
a mission where you have to save a girl, and then they give you money, and then you can buy the slide move, which is different from the sweep move. You have to save that girl.
Yeah, I know, but what's it? They say, hey, if you can slide under here, you can save the girl, but I don't know how to slide under here.
I think you need to buy it.
From the shop that I can't get access to because all the bridges are closed.
Oh boy. Well, you are past my knowledge. Oh, I think they're okay. Maybe this is later. Talk to one of the guards, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, who's the captain?" And then he's like,
that's way later.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of something way later. I just remember that side quest a lot because it's just real silly.
Is there a shop somewhere else that I'm not aware of?
They said because they looked at this game and was like, what was the worst part about Adventure 1? Figuring out where to go. What if we just doubled down on that?
Okay, here we go. This is how I get to the shop.
That's this. I don't like station. I don't. It's not Station Square, but like this hub world. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. Also, in the very next level, you might want to just die.
Yeah.
I'll buy Tails.
Hey, if I get through it, I get through it, but chances are I'm gonna die anyway, so...
Because this commentary would have been I'm calling it a commentary, it's a live stream. Would have been way different if we were playing Forces, because I don't know shit about Forces, but I do know quite a bit about 06.
That was weird.
That was creepy. Get Lord Regis approval. Go to the desert. Oh yeah, did you see they announced Mother 4 today?
Yep. I saw a really good tweet that that was pretty good. Is that someone was like, I know people are disappointed that this wasn't like on Nintendo Direct. People are disappointed that this isn't like in a Nintendo Direct or whatever. But think about the reaction people would have had if this wasn't a Direct. Yeah.
By the way, Mother 4. Oh yeah, it's just like Toy Story. It's like, oh yeah, and by the way, Mother 4 is coming out. What?
No, not Mother 4. If a Direct had started with that image.
Or yeah, just the Earth.
Yeah, people, and then it's Pikmin.
Bro, that's not even a tan. You just spray painted your legs.
And then it's Pikmin. People would have been up in arms. So it's just a little teaser thing that released by itself. You know, the reaction is mitigated.
Like look at her legs. This has always bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's pale as like she's the whitest girl you could ever imagine. That's fine. What's with her legs?
I've heard conflicting stories. Some people say it's stalking. Some people say it's just a weird tan.
My girl's living in the sun bath.
If I had to assume, I'd say stockings, but they didn't think about how it looked at all.
Also, this is not a hot take at all. I think Eggman's design is dumb. No 06.
I think it's a weaker Eggman design, but it's not that horrible.
That's true. It's not that horrible. You were talking about in what's it called? In the what's it called? In the Forces stream, how Silver's your favorite Sonic character.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, why is that? It's not. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, but just like, why is he your favorite?
Because I like the premise of the story at least. What's it? I like his character in a lot of the comics, which that's like 90% of the reason I like Silver is because of the comics.
He's the best character in Tails Gets Trolled.
And 10% of the reason is because I first heard of Sonic 06 when I was like 6 years old, and so I imprinted on Silver like instantly.
Yeah, he is the cool white-haired hedgehog.
Actually no, the numbers are wrong there. 80% because of the comics, 10% because of childhood, and then what's it? And then the other 10% is because he's cool. He has psychic powers.
Yeah. That is very cool. When they ask like favorite Sonic character, it's like that'd be the worst discussion ever for me. Who's your favorite Sonic character? Sonic.
If I had to give a like real answer, just because the Silver answer is completely biased, but if I had to give like a really real answer that I could explain, it would be Knuckles.
I also really like Eggman. Eggman's cool. I like Eggman a lot.
Yeah. With the fucking.
Also, if you like Vanilla the Rabbit, you're a Coomer, and there's nothing else to it. Like that character gets negative screen time. Like. I understand liking Rouge and not being a Coomer. That's completely understandable. Okay, yeah, just kind of. I'm trying to remember if this fight was in Project 06 or not. I can't quite remember. There was one thing, and maybe playing them is way shittier, and you were doing a refund speedrun, so not the time to give positive feedback. But okay, so most Sonic bosses are like bad, like 95% of them,
That's only because most Sonic games are bad.
and they're not really built for combat; they're built for like speed, which is why like stuff like Racing Metal Sonic is normally like the best boss fights and stuff like that. And like Racing Shadow. Yeah, but when you actually do combat,
Oh, fuck it.
it's either like way too easy or way too annoying. The bosses in Forces actually looked pretty good.
Well, they
Like,
weren't.
for Sonic standards. Like they had like phases and like you dodged attacks and then you retaliated. And like the attacks were hard to dodge and then you had to retaliate. And they had like they were like long. Maybe it was bad, but like they actually legit looked like not bad.
If that's what they looked like, then sure, I guess, do you. That's not what they played like.
I don't know, because I didn't play it. And also you were speedrunning it, so that like the good critic, like, oh, this fight is taking a while and it's fun, isn't really a good thing when you're trying to get your
This camera is so bad.
Just lock on, user.
You can lock on?
Oh, you can. I'm making up bullshit. I like purposely spreading misinformation.
Oh my fucking goodness.
It's easy, just don't get hit.
Why does the camera automatically go down when you're running? Why?
It's like a weird So Sonic Adventure 1 has the opposite, or Sonic Adventure 2 has the opposite problem. It locks on so hard to the boss, you can't see yourself. Where in this game, it does the opposite. Like where is he? That's gonna become real apparent with the next boss.
Like,
fight.
oh my
You're running out of rangs. Oh, bye.
we're here now, Blade Wolf. Is it Silver just basically Future Trunks? Kind of. But in that vein, the Terminator is also Future Trunks. Guy travels back in time to save the future.
Is Trunks the kid? Is that
You
Krillin?
need to be more specific than that.
No, that's Krillin. I was thinking of the ball.
Well, Krillin's not a kid either, so you're gonna need to be more specific.
I don't know. He's like 4'11".
Trunks is the one with the bowl haircut and purple hair until they made him have blue hair.
I know what I'm talking about. My knowledge of Dragon Ball just completely falls off after Ball. I watched a little bit of Z, but I did when I was like, I've told this to you, but not to everybody else here. When I was like, I'm not super experienced with Dragon Ball, but I have essentially seen all of Ball. Just it was all free on YouTube, and I just watched all of it.
What was?
At a time in 2012, it was.
What was?
All of Dragon Ball.
Oh, and how much of it did you watch?
What?
How much of it did you watch?
All of it.
Oh, okay. So you only watch good Dragon Ball. Cool.
I've only seen Ball, and I've seen maybe like 20 episodes of Z. And that's what my knowledge is.
And you don't need to see any more.
I know the basics, I know the plot, I know some of the characters, and I know I wouldn't get much out of Dragon Ball Budokai. And that's okay.
I mean, it depends on if the game is good.
Well, like, the whole appeal of those games is like, oh my god, my Dragon Ball, and I can shoot a Kamehameha. And
I mean, if they're good games, it can be, something besides that.
yeah,
Fighters,
like, I've played them.
Fighters is a decent fighting game outside of the Dragon Ball stuff.
Well, I've never played Fighters, but I have played Budokai at a friend's house. And it's like kind of it's a game more carried by fan service than it is like the substance of it being a fighter.
That's what the game
But,
sucks,
like,
but
I mean, I enjoyed it as not a diehard Dragon Ball fan, so that's probably high praise.
Okay, Eggman.
But like the appeal from that game is just like, oh, I am the Goku. I can shoot a spirit bomb. I can rotate a stick. Instead of like being a super mechanically in-depth fighter, it's a you fulfill your fantasy thing, and it's fun, and you fulfill your fantasy with friends. It's kind of like how what the fuck?
Okay. That's a new one. I've never seen that one before.
I've never seen that either. Your ass just got launched to outer space.
Yeah, that's that's a new one.
That's awesome. Would this thing technically be a unicorn? It's like that means one horn or something.
Now it's my turn.
So I guess now that his face is unprotected, maybe I just don't have to do the tail thing anymore. I can just
Just homing attack climate.
yeah.
It's the mechanic I've like that like it's a weird like okay, so in the Avenger games you could also kind of do that, but in this game it's like a mechanic. It's like how oh yeah, you can run up a mountain with a horse in Skyrim, and that was totally intended. It's like you can say it's intended as much as you want. This shit looks like
It's not a bug, it's a feature. Fuck off.
It just works. I've not told this to anyone, but my stance is that the worst game of this year that has come out is Diablo 4. Not because it's bad, but because it's good, and that is super disheartening. I wanted that game to suck ass. I've ran out of water cooler talk.
No, let's go hit the fucking statue, you goddamn asshole.
You gotta finish this boss fight. I'm running out of material. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6 looks awesome. I want to play it. It's just the money's not there right now.
That's it. It's just not my kind of fighting game.
It actually looks like the fighting game for me, because like my problem with every fighting game, is that, and I know this is gonna sound dumb, but they're mainly multiplayer games, and their single players are just afterthoughts. And it's like, I have a big problem with games that just don't end. It's like, when do I stop? And everybody just says, oh, whenever. When's whenever? I want to play other games.
Fuck you!
Like,
okay,
wow.
Sorry about that.
That was actual legit anger.
Yeah. Because I tried to hit him into the wall, and I guess it wasn't a right enough angle. But I couldn't get the right enough angle because we kept fucking turning.
But my thing is I want to make a very successful YouTube career. I'm going to make the funniest videos. I have ideas. Like, of course, I have, like, me talking about Pikmin. I want to
Oh my god.
Almost. Not quite.
No, I can't do it from there, because every time I've tried, I've gotten hit, so I'm just not, it can't fucking happen.
I don't know, that seems like a skill issue. I don't remember this fight that much, so. But I do know in the next boss fight, you can beat that fight in less than 60 seconds. So that there will just be a skill issue. But oh, there you go.
Now hit the wall. Or just turn, that works too. Now,
Oh, does he like shake you off? Oh.
so now if I turn, okay, that works too. And so now if I'm hitting towards the wall, and it's just a complete... Why? Why doesn't that count? Why doesn't that count? Why doesn't it count? Why doesn't it count? Help me! What the fuck is this wrong with the game?
Oh no! Anyway. But yeah, I want to do a video of, yeah, I said a thing of what's the worst Pokemon game, and it's not actually going to answer that question. It's just going to be me rambling about a crap ton of spin-offs that nobody ever knew even existed. And then I have an idea of a video of, so I mentioned this in Persona, but I'm a massive fan of Devil May Cry, and I'm kind of the guy that got him into the series, and quotes. And there's a mobile version for DMC4 called DMC4 Retrain.
Fucking finally! Jesus Christ!
God, it took long enough.
Did you really feel that you gotta hit his face? Well, clearly I don't gotta, because I can hit him into the wall.
You're just not good at video games.
So clearly gotta isn't the right word to use there, Leo, you fucking idiot.
Man, making fun of your fans? That's a new low.
Fans is a strong word.
But I wanna do a video on DMC4 Refrain, because that game just looks silly. And it's like, there is shockingly little footage of that game.
No problem.
Oh my fucking god. Is this the whole playthrough's gonna be like? I have to do it 2 other times. With worse characters.
Well, you don't do that fight with the other characters.
I'm talking about the game.
Oh yeah, well. I have no idea how long 06 is. I believe it's actually kind of long. You're certainly not getting your money back on this one.
Assuming I pay for it.
All $0. It's like
Sand time? Yeah, I think it is sand time. 'Cause you have to carry Elise and do the fucking shield stuff.
You get, yeah. We love casting spells. This video is sponsored by the Sonic government.
Let's split up. I'll get their attention, and you take the princess.
But you can fly. Why wouldn't I get their attention? Then you take the princess.
I had a dream. Tells an excruciating detail. Tales. Bye. That's one. A lot of the bits of the 06 fan dub are kind of overrated, but there are 2 points where I'm like, no, okay, they just kind of cooked there. The haha one, and then later where it's like Shadow just tells Omega, Omega, count how many mouths he has. That's right, you got no mouths, bitch. I fucking love that line.
I think most of them are pretty good.
I do think some are a little overrated, but and get like spread around too much. But like, they are very funny, and those lines will always crack me up. Anyway, I hope you love casted spells.
Elise, hold on tight.
This shield is very weird. It just kind of fucks.
If you put your power together, you will be able to walk on this sand.
Man, it's crazy how much Project 06 fixed 06 by just removing all of that fluff. Like just world and that boss fight and those cutscenes that were worthless. Man, it's just a better game. I'm not saying you should have zero story in a Sonic game, because that's how you get Forces.
No, Forces has a story, and it's just terrible.
But like very nothing. Whee. I've run out of materials. This level's like actually kind of cool.
Hmm?
I don't know. I've ran out of bullshit. I'm really like going through the whole noggin, thinking of bits. I'm being a terrible co-commentator. Have you raged at the game yet? Is there commentary?
What? I mean, I don't know.
There was things to talk about when you were getting livid at a unicorn.
If anything, that was far less to talk about because I wasn't thinking.
Hey, you're game.
my mind was consumed by rage.
The rage. I may be filled with rage.
Talk about how bad you are at Pikmin, baby. I think that one's referring to you. You
That
said
was
Pikmin
me,
1 was hard.
Because I'm bad at Pikmin 1. Baby, listen here, comment. I beat that game in 13 days. I know the world record speedrun is 6 days. But look, man, it's really hard to abuse the glitches with the camera. And again, the Pikmin just kind of decide what they want to do. But it's also just insane that people could beat that game. Like, So the whole thing with Pikmin 1 is that you have to beat that game in like 30 days, which each day is 13 minutes. So it's like 6.5 hours. But there's 6, you have to visit mandatory 6 areas, and then they just, but like, on average, it should take you like 20 days to get everything. But if you're good at the game, you can bump that down to like 15. Speedrunners, I don't know how I know how the fuck they do it. It's just I don't know how the fuck they do it. Also, we're in the Windows default background.
Yeah.
They beat that game in every day. They get everything, which is insane.
It's nothing.
I have very little inclination to play the past 2 Pikmin games because Pikmin 2 is bad, so I'm never gonna play that one. Pikmin 1, I feel like, and Pikmin 1, I feel like it's just gonna be me playing the entire thing and going, man, I wish I was playing Pikmin 3. Because even if it's not a bad game, if Pikmin 3 is just like universally better, then
Well, my thing with Pikmin 1 and 2 is that they do things good that Pikmin 3 doesn't do. Like there's a time limit in Pikmin 1 that Pikmin 3 doesn't really have. Like there's the bottles, and like that's cool. They give you so many. They give you like 50 days. You're never running out. And so there's less of a reason to optimize. Pikmin 2 has like the openness and dungeons, and like it's long.
Pikmin 2 has no time limit, so that's why it's bad.
It doesn't have a time limit. It's very different from other Pikmin games.
Which is why the game's bad.
And I've never played the 3DS one, so don't ask me my opinions on that. From what I've seen of it, it looks like a 2017 3DS game. But like, as much as I have issues with Pikmin 1, I would never say, man, I wish I was playing 3. I'd be like, I'm so impressed that 3 fixed all these issues, but 1 still has, its own merit.
I mean, like, aside from the more strict time limit, like you said, playing the game normally, you'll get it down in like 20 days. And so, assuming that I'm not bad at the game, I would never feel the pressure of that time limit, which makes it the same as Pikmin 3 to me.
But like, and there's that, and like the sense of like improving, which always like just encourages replay value. Because like, man, I like, there's a really good video made by Super Bunny Hop that goes in this, but short games do not get enough respect. There is appeal to a game being short, but the problem is that there's no market for short games anymore.
Well, no, the problem is that people doublespeak. They will, in the same breath, say game too short, and then also say game too long.
Mm-hmm.
So this once again brings me back to the whole thing of people are stupid. The problem isn't with any of the systems that we have in place.
You see way more Twitter comments of this game's only 20 hours long.
No, I do not. I see way more about game too long.
I'm talking the normie demographic, which is most people that play video
which isn't Twitter, so
then we're looking at different sides of Twitter. I'm looking at the how long to beat Twitter account.
People who use Twitter and talk on Twitter are not normies.
That is
because if you go on Twitter and look up Call of Duty, it's most people complaining about Call of Duty, but Call of Duty still sells like a bajillion copies because the people who are buying it are normies. People who do not use Twitter, and even if they do, they don't comment.
Yeah. It's just like there's a reason. Like, thankfully, this is changing, but like, there's a reason why Western devs are never going to change their file size. Because then you get because when like Kirby and the Forgotten Land file size leaked and it was like 7 gigabytes, there was just like, I'm not gonna play a game that's 7 gigabytes big, and it's like it's this kind of shit that's gonna make it so Jedi Survivor could be 150 gigabytes, it's fine. But thankfully, I believe this might be something remedied in the future, but we'll never know. Anyway, you ready for the best boss fight in the game?
Yeah.
Now, you can beat this boss fight in less than 60 seconds. So if you fail at it, it is a skill issue.
Be in less than 60 seconds, how?
I mean, I'm not gonna actually tell you how. But like it has to do with like it's like the third person camera thing. If he's not in your view, he doesn't see shit.
Ah, so like Lionel's in Breath of the Wild.
Kinda.
Okay then.
It's a little bit more fickle. I forgot exactly how it works. I think he also has to like pick up shit.
Alright then.
This will end it.
This combo straight from the last stage too, so there's nothing I can do. If I die here, it's just over.
Oh, that's when he hit him. I actually do really like the music for this fight.
Alright.
My stance, yeah, my stance on this fight is that it sucks for everybody. Because if you don't know what you're doing, no, that's not gonna work.
Alright then.
If you don't know what you're doing,
Oh! Okay then.
you're gonna get stun locked. But if you do know what you're doing, you can beat this fight in less than 60 seconds. So it just appeals to no one. And like learning how to do
Why would they put the rings right next to the guy that fucking Instagrams you? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's why I talk about when I say objective game design. So anyone who just doesn't exist is stupid and wrong.
Objective game design. I'm sorry, buddy. You could have just not grabbed the rings. I don't know. I feel like my big thing that differentiates
No! Get away!
of critics is that there's something bad in a game, and I'm just like, that's bad, and just kind of just write it down and move on, and you're like, no. But maybe it's their like stance.
I mean, it depends on what kind of game I'm playing. Because, like, for Metal Gear, I don't really go no for most of these things. I will just say, damn, that was bad. Because those games are, for the most part, good. But if I'm playing something that is a bad game, and I want to talk about all the things I think are wrong with it, then I'm going to...
Or maybe just me saying, like, oh, oh yeah. Maybe in my view, just saying, like, objectively bad game design.
No!
Oh, no, you got, like, you got scrimblowed. What the fuck did I just say there? I think I was saying something else and I said scrimblow. I'm very tired. But like, me just being like, that's objectively bad game design. I'm just way too reminded of, like, Dark Side Phil comments.
Well, the difference there is that he's wrong.
Yeah,
So...
Like, who's that guy that people hate? He's like, he did, like, the Breath of the Wild review, and he's, like, really right-wing.
Synthetic Man?
Yes, that. It's like, that's objectively bad. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm being like them if I say shit like that. So the only time I would be like that is like, that's good game design. That's the only time I would say that. I wouldn't say like, that's objectively bad game design. It's like, I don't like this. Here's how I'd fix this. Which
I find interesting that, because a lot of people say that same thing, where when it comes to something that's good in a game, you know, it's praise. But if it's something good in the game, you know, praise is, you know, happy slaps and high fives all around. But if something's bad in the game, then that's when everyone says, well, actually, you're just a stupid idiot asshole. When it's, no, you're the stupid idiot asshole, because you have no perspective.
The best reviews are the people that's like, alright, this sucks. How about we try to fix it? Those are the real banger reviews.
Those are always cool, but you don't need to fix something to call it bad.
I don't know. I think that's like a real level of like reflection that I like. All I'm saying is, I think every game critic is fucking stupid, except for me. I'm always right. Yeah, you don't get Game Gear games with those emblems in this one. I think you just get an achievement.
I wouldn't want to play the Game Gear games anyway. It's fucking Game Gear Sonic games.
I know, but like don't you want to unlock Metal Sonic or play Green Hill Zone? They can totally just use a cheat code for.
Metal Sonic, I didn't really get the appeal of that, and Sonic Adventure, it's just a skin change, so.
I know, but like it's Metal Sonic.
And not even a particularly good one.
And he's totally not just ripped from Sonic Battle or no Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I remember texting you this, but how Street Fighter 6 is literally just Sonic Battle. You play as a blank protagonist who learns all the greatest fighting moves from all the hit fighters. It's just Sonic Battle.
I'm sure other fighting games have done that too.
Oh, they absolutely have. That is absolutely not the first game to do that. Fucking, that character creator just gave me flashbacks of playing like WWE games on the GameCube, of like just making the creepiest character imaginable.
Yeah, WWE games always have some pretty wacky character creators.
It's like, I see Capcom is appealing to the sickos in their audience, also known as all of them.
Yeah, also has Capcom fans. So.
Every Capcom fan is a sick human being.
Absolutely not.
Especially if they call themselves a fan of Capcom. It's a weird thing.
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it.
Like, at least if you call yourself a Nintendo fan, Nintendo makes so many different things that's like, okay, sure, I guess. But if you're a Capcom fan, it's like, oh yeah, I specifically like a Monster Hunter and Ace Attorney, which they don't make anymore, and fucking Street Fighter. It's so disparate and weird.
I don't know, there's like tons of Capcom games.
I mean, yeah, there are tons of them, but to call yourself a Capcom fan and then be like, oh yeah, I like these games, it's like, well, what's the common factor here aside from they're all made by Capcom?
All made by Capcom, and they're good?
Well, okay, but that's not really what I would call a Capcom fan.
I don't know.
When I think of a fan of X company, there has to be a joining factor between these things that aren't just made by this company.
I'm a huge fan of Activision Blizzard. I love abusing women.
Because that was the case. I call myself a Blizzard fan because I played Overwatch and I liked it. Oh, Overwatch 2. That's the only Blizzard game I played. No, I played Hearthstone and I like that too. So I guess I'm a Blizzard fan.
I played World of Warcraft. I played other Blizzard. I mean, I played Overwatch, but yeah, it's sad. I mentioned this a little bit, but Diablo 4 legit looks like a game that like I would like. But like, I sure as fuck ain't playing that. I'm not paying for that shit. I'm not downloading BattleNet. Fuck that.
Yeah, every game should just be on one launcher or just not have a launcher.
That is legit just the problem with the Epic Games launcher. It's not even that it's that bad. It's slow, yes. The selection is crap. There's no user reviews, yes. All of that. No like controller. That doesn't matter. It's the fact that Steam is so good and like has been around for like 15 plus years before there was actual competition. That like who cares? Like we've already had the best one.
Yeah, the Epic Games Store isn't like even that bad because whenever something shows up on there, I don't even care because the only times I would ever buy something on the Epic Games Store is if it's not on the other platforms. That's a game I know I want to buy.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts games are still locked to that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna buy any. But the reason everyone complains about the Epic Games Store launcher is that it's not Steam.
I don't care how many free games you give me. I'm not going on the Epic Games Store.
I mean, that's the thing. Is that fucking the only reason I own the Epic Games or I have it downloaded is because of all the free games because they give away some good shit on there. You do it to
play Fortnite and then the occasional free game, and that's it. And I'm not a hypocrite. I think Fortnite's kind of cool. It helps that it's the most like goofiest crossover game, and it doesn't take itself seriously in the slightest. But like that's essentially the only thing you play on it.
Assuming you'd like Fortnite, which God bless you if you do.
I mean, I think the game's kind of fun. It helps that again, it doesn't take itself seriously in the slightest.
I think it's a pretty mid shooter.
The sad thing is legit, and I'm not being satirical with this. Fucking Fortnite, I think, is the best shooter that has come out since like, or multiplayer shooter since like Titanfall 2. Or like TF2 even.
I don't keep my ear to the ground when it comes to shooters, so I'm pretty sure that's wrong, but I wouldn't be able to disprove you.
Like I would say, oh, but Overwatch won, but that got bad, so that one's kind of out of the picture. Maybe Modern Warfare 2. That game had a fun multiplayer. But legit, the only memories I have of like playing multiplayer shooters was at other friends' house because my parents would never let me have a COD. which looking back, I'm fine with. They only let me had good games like Mario Galaxy. But there's a fun to split screen COD multiplayer that I kind of miss because the new games are just so like no, only play online. Which it's fine that you have online, but only online? I mean, Halo Infinite still doesn't have split screen.
Yeah.
Fucking Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Oh, I love this roof. Yeah, Pikmin 3 Deluxe has split screen. That game was made with $2 of budget. But yeah.
I guess I might want to say Halo in terms of a better shooter that came out after Fortnite, but I don't even particularly the one that came out after the one that came out after Fortnite.
Oh, before Fortnite? No,
no, the one that came out after Fortnite. because the question was shooters that came out after Fortnite that were better than Fortnite, and I said I would maybe say Halo.
I can't really think of anything. Halo Infinite is like fine, but like it got boring really fast, which I certainly could not say for Fortnite. That game might have issues, but it's certainly not boring.
I only think Halo Infinite's boring because better Halos exist, but the game itself I think is, yeah, I skew it towards good, which I wouldn't say for Fortnite.
Also, I'm sorry, I know I'm being marketed too, but any character from media hitting a gritty, that will never not be funny. Just seeing just fucking Leon just from Resident Evil 4 just like cutting or like trimming his nails is just like the funniest shit ever.
Oh, is this look for the captain? Are you finally here? I think it is. I'm a big fan of Blizzard. I like Overwatch porn. Fair enough. But I don't know. It's Blizzard, Halo 3, Black Ops 2. Halo 3 didn't come out after Fortnite, retard.
Yeah,
Fucking
again, my whole thing is like, how long is it like the last game like for before Fortnite was like in like 2010.
Like, did no one hear the question?
Like,
Black Ops 2.
Like, has there been a game good since Fortnite or like good shooters since Fortnite?
To which I would say maybe Halo, and that's only because that's the only one that's coming to mind. I don't know, but I think. Oh, I guess a lot of people say Apex. I wouldn't say Apex because I've never played it, but
I have. They can believe it if they want to. It's the problem I have with Titanfall multiplayer. With if you're amazing at the game and you know everything about it, cool. It is extremely newcomer unfriendly.
Battlefield 5 came out after Fortnite.
I've never played a Battlefield game, so I wouldn't know. And from what I've seen from, again, my problem with a lot of more like serious shooters with online, again, if it's just real skill ceiling game, which is again more of a me thing, but like you're just gonna funnel the people that know what they're doing and just turn off everybody that just wants to try it. But Apex is an okay one. Not Valorant though. Fuck Valorant.
Valorant's a weird game because like I understand why people would like it, but it's so not a me game that I would never play it willingly.
It's just like the worst types of those types of games of a genre I'm already not very big on. And I'm specifically talking multiplayer shooters, not stuff like Neon White came out like last year. Like there are tons of good single player shooters.
Oh, Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 is a better shooter than Fortnite.
God. I completely forgot about Splatoon. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, and that's like probably yeah. Splatoon is also in that camp. Yeah, I feel like
camp of what?
Like the whole like shooter that's fun and accessible, and like has like a pretty good community that doesn't like last more than like a year.
I guess.
But yeah, I completely forgot about Splatoon. They are absolutely correct.
It's you, asshole.
Hey.
Yes.
Whoa, you're psychic?
That's why I still have my favorite character.
Oh, you're getting an S rank for that. You talked to that guy so well.
That was incredible.
Yep.
Would have gotten the P rank. Oh, but you didn't do a lap 2 though, so you didn't get P rank.
Paladins, Dookie. Paladins is fine.
I don't even like Paladins that much.
But I don't think it came out after Fortnite, so again, listen to the actual question.
Yeah.
Guys, I promise you the answer isn't that hard. Just Google games that came out after Fortnite.
Or maybe I said it wrong. Maybe I said it poorly. How like
No, because I repeated it like 3 times.
yeah, my thing is like Fortnite has been the last good shooter to come out in like 5 years. But
Fortnite isn't even a good shooter.
because and I mean specifically multiplayer.
Fortnite isn't even a good shooter.
Yeah, no, there's been plenty of good shooters.
But Fortnite isn't even a good shooter.
What? Oh, I mean, I kind of like it. Fortnite's just kind of a fun turn your brain off game. And it helps. There's like a million modes.
Sonic, can you hear me? Knuckles wants to see you.
It's one of those games that's like, ha, I like that. I like that I like that character in media that has nothing to do with anything. Hit the gritty. I'll giggle at that.
Because on the one hand, I think it's cool that Fortnite's done like all that bullshit, but on the other hand, it has become guy I like the game, which is fucking stupid to me.
There's also another big thing where like, could you even say Fortnite is even a shooter? Because it's almost completely lost the identity of what it used to have.
Because everyone fucking shat on what's it called, Space Jam 2 for being a guy I like the movie, because that's what it was, and it was a terrible movie.
I don't know.
And everyone plays Fortnite.
We're a lot more mad at Space Jam 2.
That's what I'm saying. People were mad at Space Jam 2 for being guy I like the movie, but Fortnite is guy I like the game.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with anything. But like, it's just I don't know why I'm on the topic of this. I recently watched the Last of Us show, the HBO one, and like it's good.
You know, as opposed to the other Last of Us show.
But I don't know, whatever. Okay, it's good, yes, but like I don't think the praise it gets is really justified as much, because like it's good because The Last of Us is good. Does that make it good? Yeah, but like it's telling a story that I already know and is already good. So it's not like shows like Invincible or The Boys, where they're inspired off comics that are fucking awful. More The Boys than Invincible, but still bad, and telling really good story adaptations out of them. It's just like, here's a story, and it's not even like an obscure comic. Everybody knows Last of Us. Maybe not everybody knows the exact plot, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's good out of obviousness.
I guess. But then the question becomes about people who have never played The Last of Us or don't know anything about The Last of Us story.
Yeah, and then it's a good show, and for them, I think it works. It just feels a little like you're good, but at what cost?
I don't know. Whenever I'm talking about if something is good or bad, I'm removing context because the context it will muddy the waters of is being good or bad.
I just felt a pit in my stomach when watching. I'm like, this is good, but I know it was good because like I know what it's based off of, and like that was good. And this is good, but I guess it's just impressive they didn't fuck it up, because legit I thought the show was gonna be awful. When like I was first hearing they're making a live action Last of Us, it's like every other live action video game adaptation has been god awful.
I never expect anything good or bad. I just see it when I see it, and I haven't seen Last of Us. So.
Media. Like a good little consumer.
Oh no, I'll review it when it comes out. I'm saying like I don't go in with expectations because that's how you ruin things.
In general, when it comes to film, I am infinitely worse of a critic. There's a reason I don't watch EFAP. No way in hell am I be able to critique a Marvel movie.
That's because Space Jam is a movie and Fortnite's a video game. Why would that matter at all?
I mean, you get more connected to it.
And the
but I
game's
don't
actually
know.
enjoyable? I would disagree.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I don't know. I think you're being a dumb, stupid contrarian. I think Fortnite's pretty fun.
Is the Invincible comic is bad? I haven't heard good things about it,
It
but
is
I also
bad.
don't.
It is bad.
But I also
I mean,
don't like the
I'm
show.
just-
So
the boys. Oh, do the box. Do the box glitch. It's funny.
well, too late.
The boys comic is like hilariously awful. I just have not heard as much about Invincible, but I know it's not good. But like they somehow just made a really good show of it, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
I don't
Like, they
think
took
I've ever.
something bad and made it good. Like
I don't think either of them are all that good.
take any bias, just be like they took a thing that was bad and then made his thing that most people like.
I thought season 1 of the. I thought season 1 of the boys was pretty good, but season 2 and 3, I thought the first and last episodes of Invincible were pretty good, but then the middle of it's.
That's fair. First one's good. My opinion on the boys. First season's really good. Second season's fine.
Awful.
Third season's the best one.
Third season's the best one. Jesus Christ.
I'm easily my favorite. I like Soldier Boy. I like his music.
Season 3 is automatically disqualified from being the best of the seasons just because the ending for me.
Well, I look at it on everything at a show, but whatever.
Well, no, I'm looking at the whole thing. I'm just saying that if I were to put them all side by side,
yes, I agree. I agree.
the ending sucks cock.
And then they all lived happily ever after, to almost a joke.
I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about the ending fight that happened for no reason.
Yeah, they're like, I'm your dad.
Let's kill the guy. Actually, never mind. I don't want to kill the guy anymore. Now let's fight.
Yeah, it was a little silly. But
I prefer to use the term
also,
fucking stupid.
I've yet to actually see Spider-Verse. I'm gonna see it later. Just haven't had the time. I've heard it's really
Wow,
good.
that was a.
That was a fun. From actually, call me crazy, and I don't have tons of evidence to back this up. I believe 06 actually has a pretty consistent frame rate.
I don't know.
Like everything else about it is bad, but I believe it does run at a pretty lock solid 60.
Sure, man. IG.
From like memory of seeing stuff. It's got a million other problems, but I believe frame rate was not one. You got 99 problems, but frame rate ain't one.
Combat in Sonic games is always bad.
just kind of hitting the button. Like that. Oh, by the way, I did play a little bit of Frontiers. Finally. I mean, I don't hate it. I have not played enough of it to have an opinion of it. But I can definitely say I was kind of excited. It's like, oh man, they're gonna have good combat in a Sonic game, and it's just kind of boring.
I played. How long did you play for? Because I played for like an hour and a half.
Like an hour. I did the one. I fought Mega Leg at Supersonic.
The parts of Frontiers that I played, I thought were god awful because that game was not very good.
I just thought I didn't have much of an opinion. It was like, oh, it's fun, and then we do Generations levels, and they're like, okay.
I thought both sides were shit. The Generations levels were bad because Frontiers controls terribly and it wasn't made for those levels. And then I thought
the controls were definitely something good. Take notes of, but
I thought the overall stuff was bad because there's nothing to do. And then,
it was just kind of like,
and all things that there are to do suck.
my analysis is way better, and more people agree. I didn't have enough time to have an opinion of it.
I mean, my opinion is of all the parts of the game that I played. I'm not saying that Frontiers is a bad game. I'm saying that all the parts I played of it were bad.
The parts I played of it were fine. It was fine. I didn't hate any of it. I just kind of I guess you could say it came in one ear and out the other, but like, I mean, I wasn't bored. I just kind of the combat was lame, but that was about the worst of it. And also
honestly, they should just stop trying.
Doing that little shuttle loop thing was kind of funny. And also solving fucking Korok seed puzzles.
But even Korok seed puzzles sometimes have more like depth to them.
Smart guy, think you could fucker, think you could solve this? What's 2 plus 4?
Hey, smart guy, can you run forward for a couple of seconds?
Yeah. I fucking love those bits. The one thing I didn't get far enough, but the one thing that interested me the most was the story.
I don't know, maybe.
I thought the story was interesting, and the writing didn't make me want to blow my brains out. So that's enough. Watch this catch. Watch this catch. I don't think you're ready for this.
I've seen the game before. I've watched the whole Let's Play. I watched Koban Armani. I watched Koban Armani 456 play the whole game.
Yo, Peak, you're watching Peak?
I've never seen what it looks like exactly when Sonic kisses Elise, because in Koban Armani's playthrough, he censored the fucking kiss with his face.
Oh my
and that's the only time I've ever seen that cutscene. So
I forgot about the low gravity toss.
I don't think
he also didn't
catch.
catch.
That's great.
Sonic.
And also correction, 2016 Peak. Well, from when he ever did videos to 2016 Peak, not anything past.
Well, who knows that he did past that.
Because I think that's when the controversy started stepping in.
Well, no, the controversy didn't step in until like years after he stopped making videos, but
Yeah, or whatever, or something like that. But he just kind of stopped making videos past like 2016. But
he got a crisp 2 episodes into his Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze playthrough before he just disappeared.
Aw. You're doing White Acropolis. This has my stuttering. This has my favorite song in the game. All right, I hope you're ready for the worst snowboarding controls of all time.
Psycho 6 is also one of the few games where it's like, oh yeah, Sonic games, they're bad, but they got good music. I don't particularly like 06's soundtrack all that much.
I think 06's soundtrack is heavily overrated. Like,
Like-
when the songs are good, yeah, they're good. But like compared to the adventure games, like
Like, I think it's a fine soundtrack, but I'm never gonna go back and listen to these songs, except for the one.
Yeah. Yeah, like that one. But this song's really good. I really like White Acropolis.
His content got bad when he became controversial, so all of his videos are good. What?
He just got too political.
His content got bad when he became controversial, so all his videos are... I don't... What's the second part of that sentence doing there? It doesn't fit with anything else. And he didn't get and his content didn't get bad when he became controversial. He became controversial after he stopped making content. So, what the fuck are you talking about? If you wanted to find the most incomprehensible, impossible to parse, impossible to parse messages I ever get, look at Leo's. Because there isn't bad grammar, it's bad syntax, and if it isn't either of those two, sometimes it just doesn't make any sense.
Telling me they didn't put their full spell check into a comment, a YouTube comment at that.
It's not even that hard to just spell the thing
Look,
right.
Man, typing with your big ass fingers on a phone screen or a keyboard at
the phone is the phone is the hardest place to mess up the spelling because they'll autocorrect it for you. At least on a keyboard, there's a reason.
Dude, look, man. I'm with the comments on this one. Typing's hard. Sometimes it's hard to type right. I never played Mario Tennis typing as a kid. I like his hat. Also, I just kind of love they're just fake talking. This is such a weird thing, but Elsie had something to say.
No.
Oh. Did it break?
I reached a loading zone and it
You need to clean your game disk.
My what?
You gotta clean your game. You gotta clean your game disk. It's like stuttering.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, but oh yeah. Okay, so this is something that okay, that just cuts away. There's a thing in Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is the rhythm for. I know you know, but for the people watching, it's like the.
I'm pretty sure they know too.
That's cool.
And
that game,
context clues.
Yeah, compared to a lot of other, like weirdly compared to a lot of other character action games, has NPCs you can just chat to, just for shits and giggles, and a lot of times they have pretty funny things to say. But if you talk to them once, unless it's like a side quest thing, which there's only like two examples of that. Once you talk to them once, they just don't talk again, which is like weird, but kind of removes the whole like, why are you just repeating the same things over and over sort of issue with a lot of RPGs. That's like, oh wow, that's such a simple fix for something so like widespread.
Well, I mean, you say fix, but it's something you just want you just didn't catch it, or you want to read the dialogue again. The only thing it fixes is immersion, which I cared little about.
Video game immersion, but like I just found it was just something interesting, because like a lot of times if you talk to a character again in Hi-Fi Rush, they have something different to say. But when they stop running out of things to say, they just stop talking.
Which is realistic, but not what I would want.
I just thought that was interesting. But beat up the enemy. Man, don't you like doing these little bullshits instead of doing the level so it can make the game 15 hours long? Because this game was made on a lunch break.
It would help if my allies attacked the enemies at all, and if it wasn't just me spamming the homing attack over and over again.
The homing attack is a cool ability. It's not cool for combat. That's just a fundamental problem with Sonic, though.
Well, yeah, Sonic combat always sucks.
I know, but like, how do you make it better? But
you don't. You just stop trying. The answer is stop trying. Don't do it.
I know, but like, how do you make it better?
You don't.
I don't know. I think just remove it is such a lazy like way to make it better. For some
think about it like this. Say you're playing a visual novel, but then every so often in that visual novel, the controller turns into a fucking dildo, and you have to put it up your ass and continue with the game.
I don't know. I played visual novel puzzle elements.
That's not what I said. So, and every so often, the controller turns into a dildo, and you have to put it up your ass to continue the game. And now everyone would say this is a horrible, terrible thing, and we should take it out of the game. The answer to that is not, well, hold on, how do we fix the dildo up your ass problem? No, it would be just take it out.
Some people might really enjoy that, and how do we make that better for them?
If something doesn't belong in the game, well, no, if they enjoy it, then you don't need to make it better for them. They already enjoy it. And if that were the case, then you won't take anything out of any game ever. Why would you ever fix the glitches? Some people like them. Everyone who's ever played Sonic 06 gets to that loop and they stand still because it's funny. So they shouldn't have fixed it.
They shouldn't have. But like I don't know. Like my thing is like Sonic's combat's bad. Well, how do we make it good? How do we make it so it's like
there is such a thing as too much in a game.
That's true, but like
sometimes you do just need to take things out. That's how game development works. Fucking, they're making the game and they're like, oh, we want to put this thing in, we want to put this thing in, we want to put this thing in. But then eventually they go, well, maybe we shouldn't put all these things in.
We ran out of budget. Oh no, yeah.
And so they preemptively take these things. They before the game comes out, they take these things out. So the principle still applies.
I don't know. I think you can do it. But I think boss fights enhance any video game. Because I think boss fights are really important for a video game.
Well, it depends on the context in which they're used.
I think like if your game's got a plot, I think boss fights are very important to your video game.
Well, it depends on the context in which they're used.
I know, but like I stand by what I say.
Because Ace Attorney does not have boss fights, but it has bosses.
Well, I would say, well, they're boss fights in a verbal sense.
Well, not even that. I wouldn't, considering how Ace Attorney works, they are not really boss fights.
They're puzzle fights.
Even that, well, no, because when you get to the boss characters in Ace Attorney, they don't act any differently than everything else in the game. So technically, they're not really boss fights.
Yeah, but my stance in a game that's not, I don't know. I think boss fights are cool, and there should be more of them. All right, are you ready for the shittiest snowboarding level ever?
Yeah.
I love this song. They did not miss one iota in Project 06.
So we're doing the Wii Fit style of jumping, alright.
fucking just backflipping. This is my opinion where the levels design starts getting kind of bad. Because yeah, like my stance with like Sonic 06 is that it's just like Sonic Adventure, the problems with the hub world of where the fuck do I go, but with a really shitty story and just the level design just not being that great. And you have to play as 3 characters. Which is technically better.
Oh, that was a cliff. That was not communicated at all.
Because like, 06 to me is just a really shitty take of Adventure 1. It's a game that bit off more than it could chew. Again, nice backflips.
And also sucks.
This is a problem I have with every Sonic game. I wish retrying didn't take lives.
It's a problem with a lot of video games in general, is that the life system is outdated and stupid and
it's
shitty.
especially bad in Sonic. Because, like, in Sonic, you just want to try again.
Don't go off the cliff. Turn around. Why doesn't he go sometimes? Why does he just stop?
Don't. Like, it controls real sillily. And again, they did not fix this at all in Project 06. Maybe, like, he doesn't get stuck, but, like, it still controls, like ass.
By the way, this is an example of take it out.
Yes. Okay.
No!
Or just make it good, or like make it fun. Just make like you can have a snowboard level in your game. That's not too different from Sonic. The snowboard's all about going fast. Sonic Adventure had a snowboard, and it was fine in that game. Just
Was
make
it?
fun.
Was it fun in that game?
It was kind of fun. It was mainly a set piece, but I like set pieces. It controlled better.
It
And
wasn't
it was only
fun.
like 30 seconds. And the music was really good, but the music's really good here too, so point taken. My stance, for some things, yes, just get rid of them. I'm not saying that's not a thing, but like for really broad statements like the combat or like just get rid of them to me is like that's like an extreme. Like that's fine.
Well, okay, but so what if someone put every type of gameplay style in a game? They just put everything in the game.
Well, if you want to have your Sonic game not have combat, like that's fine. Then just don't put combat. But if you want to have your Sonic game with combat, that's what you want to do as a game developer.
Okay, and so to answer the question, what if someone put answer the question, if someone put every type of gameplay style in a game, and to the point where the game's overstuffed, and the easy answer is just take some things out, would your answer then be no, just fix them?
Yeah. Well, it also I think a big thing that we're looking at is time and budget. That's a big factor.
Assuming the game had an infinite time and budget, would you just be like, no?
Well, then the game would just be like, it's just Elder Scrolls would just be like Half-Life 3. It's just never coming out.
Okay.
Every video game.
In the hypothetical example, if someone put every type of gameplay style in the game,
infinite budget, infinite time, want to put everything in it. Yes, at some points you do need to limit it and be like, okay, what is this game trying to be? Let's focus on these things. But I feel like variety is a good thing. And I feel like trying to make your variety in a game fun is good. But like some things can just not be as important as others. Yes, almost every platformer has combat, and it's mainly just get from and it's pretty one note, and that's fine because that's not the focus.
Gavin, if you're gonna have mental breakdowns, can you please turn on your volume? See, the problem with that is that if I turn on my volume now, then me normally speaking is gonna be too quiet. So I'd have to preemptively turn on my volume every time I'm gonna scream. But they're all such guttural reactions. I can't do that just on the dot.
This is okay. So this part of White Acropolis isn't necessarily bad. It's just like this is level design. This is one part where you can be like,
all
okay,
Sonic 06.
Well, like, but like it's just like running around and finding switches. Also, the music's not as good.
Did I homing attack onto the fucking spike bar?
Maybe. Are you gonna buy the purple gem that gives you infinite jumps?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, also, this is thanks to Game Grumps that has been ingrained into my brain. When you're playing Silver's campaign and he gets an item, he goes great, and there's like three ring boxes, and it goes great, 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 and then it's just ingrained into my brain whenever I think of Silver.
I'll try to get ahead of myself whenever I'm about to scream to just not, but fucking if the server's boss fight is anything to go off of, sometimes I just can't get ahead of it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna praise Sonic 06. The enemies shoot you, and instead of just killing all your rings, they take one at a time. That should be in every Sonic game. Like, enemies that just shoot, just take, like, one ring rapid fire, instead of just all your rings. I really like that mechanic, and I wish it was in other Sonic games. What's your stance on that? I also just legit like the fact, starting in Unleashed, they don't take all your rings, they just take some.
It's very much a depends on how it's used type of context, because it's like, oh yeah, enemies don't take all your rings in this game, but combat sucks in this game, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
There is an asterisk to that, and that is games with Supersonic in it. That's not like a boss fight. That is absolutely a like, okay, maybe you should like lose all your rings when you get hit because you want to save those rings. But if it doesn't have lives, doesn't have Supersonic, then make it so I don't lose all my shit. I got defense. I'm also just not a diehard fan of the rings mechanic in general, but that's a whole other can of worms.
Well, no, explain.
I think just the life bar would be better.
Why?
Or the pizza tower, you don't take damage, you just lose like a combo rank.
Why?
Rings just kind of make it so people in Sonic games don't learn, they just brute force it because there's no penalty. I think with a life bar, you could like, it makes it so the player has to like make mistakes. Or when a player makes mistakes, there's actual penalty and they have to like get good.
I mean, I guess, but the whole point of the ring system was for replay value anyway, so...
Wait, what do you mean, like, just like getting 100 rings, or just like not
no,
losing
because the way that the context of the ring system is supposed to be that, what's it? It's supposed to encourage replay value in that, you know, it's a score attack. The rings themselves are pretty irrelevant, because you only need one to survive. But having more rings is, what's it? It makes it a dynamic... It makes it a dynamic health system.
It's integral to Sonic. And that's why they're probably never getting rid of it, but I think legit, if they just made it so like, you don't take damage, you just like lose score, or it was just Celeste, you get hit, just do the section over again, I think Sonic games would legit benefit from that. But maybe I'm just like, talking out of my ass. I don't know, if we never experiment and we keep trying the same things over and over, we're never gonna see if you can ever improve on something.
But then the question would be, does it need to improve?
Yeah, and then that's a really hard question. But if you ask me, there is always room for improvement.
Well, yeah, there's always going to be room for improvement anyway, because nothing is perfect. But then that makes the question irrelevant, so stupid question.
Yeah. But like the answer is if you try to improve too much, then you get like shit like Sonic Lost World, where it's like, what is the direction here? That is a good example of a game trying to do everything and failing at it. Where it's like the solution would be just take this shit out. Like, have you ever played Sonic Lost World?
I played both versions of it.
I've never played the 3DS one, but I have played the Wii U version. That is the first game I probably ever played as a kid. Played it and be like, man, I regret my decisions.
I liked it when I was a kid.
What?
I liked it when I was a kid.
Oh, you liked it as a kid? I didn't like it as a kid. And I played it as an adult, and I'm like, nope, it's not much better. Because that game just has just a million mechanics, and they're never explained. And okay, every Sonic game has a learning curve. This is nothing new. Even classic Sonic had a learning curve. But like, Lost World is like so ridiculous with its learning curve, to the point where it's just like, unless you just figured out this shit immediately, it's gonna filter it. It's gonna just filter people that just like only just picked it up immediately. And that's my problem with games with high-level tech to begin with, where they're only really appealing to people that already liked the game, Like, it's cool
Which
that
is-
it has.
Which is fine. Not every game
Yeah,
needs to appeal to
that's a
everyone.
good thing. But like, high level tech should not be a selling point.
Why not?
It should be a thing for fans. It should be a thing you put
Is
in.
that not a selling point for fans?
Well, okay, well, what I mean is polish the thing first and then make it like, oh, you can do fucking combo mad videos.
Well, what if it is polished?
Yeah,
it being polished has nothing to do with tech.
I don't know. Maybe it's too broad of a thing what I'm getting at. But like my stance is that like I don't know, if a game has a good speed, if a game has a cool speedrunning community, I don't think that's a selling point for like why a game should be considered like a masterpiece unless the game is already really good. Like Mario 64 has a really fun speedrunning community. It's also just a good game.
Well, what if the game is good because of the speedrunning? 'Cause isn't that literally what Neon White is?
Well, no, Neon White is a good game that also is really fun to speedrun. It helps that they're
but
it's a game to speedrun.
Well, yeah, that was the point of the game. That's why they made it. And so I don't really get what you're trying to say.
I don't know. Like when I'm talking like advanced, like okay, no, here we go. Neon White has blue medals. That is what the game wants you to get. It wants you to get the blue medals, which are like the really fast times. The game wants you to do that, and that's integral. But if you're really, really good at the game, you can get the red medals, which is the dev times, I believe. Those are like the ultimate times. The game does not want you to get those, but you can if you really love the game. And I think that's really cool when games do that, but they don't need. But I think they should make like the game core good, and then make it fun for experienced players later.
But what if the game core is for experienced players and is good?
Yeah, that's
because
I feel like we're talking
no,
about the same thing.
Well, no, because you keep saying, oh, the core needs to be good for the casual people, and then there needs to be the experience stuff. But why can't the experience stuff just be the player base?
Oh no, oh yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from now. Yeah, that's fine. It's just like that's just hard for because I always like recommending stuff, and that's just hard to recommend when it's like, oh yeah, it's just you might need to just spend an hour in training mode.
I guess, but whenever I recommend stuff,
it's like that whole Pikmin debate of like, there's a good game there, but like it barely works. But like it's got a really fun speedrunning community. Like that's great. I feel like they should have made. Oh, I love this cutscene though. They just
Well, we had to deal with
just sucks them into the Phantom Zone.
Where's Elise?
because whenever I'm recommending a game, I just go, is the game good, and do I think this person would like it?
Yeah. Because, yeah. But there are games that just naturally appeal to people that just, like, want to be good at games. Like character action games.
Because, like, the Xenoblade games aren't that easy to get into, but I would still recommend them to people who like RPGs, because, aside from 2, they're good games.
You played 3?
I played a little bit of 3.
Okay. I like how my first jump was like, I played 3. It's like, you hated 2?
That's because 2's a bad game.
I wouldn't know.
Which is astounding to me. Like, they made one banger, one bad game, and then, assumedly, one banger, because everyone seems to be pretty, same on Xenoblade 3, whereas Xenoblade 2 is at least mixed.
I'm the girl with the gal. I know the plot of 3. The plot of 3 is really funny, because, like, Xenoblade fans fight all the time on 2 and 3. And...
Do they?
Yeah!
On 2 and 3?
Fight on... excuse me, I said that wrong. Xenoblade fans fight on 1 and 2 a lot.
Yeah, because 2 is a bad game, and people don't like admitting that.
Yeah, you're literally feeding the argument. And then the plot of 3, from what I've seen, is that the 2 timelines of 1 and 2 are literally at war with each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously this was unintentional, but like, it's pretty goddamn funny.
I don't even know if people do fight about 1 and 2, because usually whenever I see 1 and 2 brought up in the same context, it's people who like both games. Usually people who don't like 2.
No. Again, we're on different sides of Twitter. I see them.
Whenever I see people praise 2, they don't really say, oh, well, 1's a bad game. People like 1, and then 2 is the one that's mixed. Whenever people fight about 2, it's only about 2.
I know, I've seen them. I've seen people that think like, or maybe the more debate of like which one's better, and they fight hard on that.
Yeah,
shit.
that I've seen about which one's better.
Yeah, I think
But-
I'm mainly talking about that, and I just think that's kind of funny. how it's like, oh, they're literally at war with each other.
That's all I need.
But people who like two don't dislike one. But at least from what I've seen.
And with its
I've seen a
power,
couple,
I
but
will
like
be
they're
able
few and
to
far
control
between.
everything and rule the world.
Who's the voice of Eggman? Forget.
Mike Pollock.
It would be wise
Yeah,
to
he's
remain on
fucking
my
he's
good
awesome.
side.
Yeah, he's great. A lot of people don't like his
So-
Eggman voice, and I don't know why. They're stupid and wrong.
There's people. What? Those people are cringe.
But there are also people that say, what's the first? Ryan Drummond. There are also people that say Ryan Drummond is the best Sonic voice actor, and those people are also stupid and wrong. So,
No, yeah, no. Who's the voice of Sonic again?
well, there are three.
Modern one.
I almost said Robert Downey Jr. No, Roger Craig Smith.
Roger, yeah. Yeah, he's also Chris in Resident Evil. Come on! It's like, he's really good, and he's the best Sonic voice. But
No, he isn't. Fucking, he's a fine Sonic voice. He's better than Ryan Drummond, but Sonic is not in the top 15 of any of the things he's ever voiced. I'm pretty sure random.
No, the best Sonic voice is
it?
yeah,
Why?
because there's three of them, and he does the best one.
Why? Answer the question.
It sounds good. Like, what else do you want me to say?
You can say more than it sounds good. The reason Jason Griffith is the best Sonic voice actor is because he can capture all sides of Sonic's personality
Which
equally as
one was
good.
that? Is that the one from the 4-Kids dub?
Yes.
Well, I will also say the take that I don't think any Sonic voice is bad.
I mean, no.
I don't think any of them are bad. I think they all do good jobs.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just,
all
I think-
fine, but they are ranked.
He's just my favorite. It's there's no like voice actors is not a thing I can critique. It's just I think he does the best job, and like it's entirely subjective.
Then say which one is your favorite, not which one's the best, because the answer of which one's the
Yeah.
best is Jason Griffith.
Okay, then, yeah, fine. That's fair. That's fair. I think he's my favorite. That's fair.
Just contrary to what some people might say, those are two different things, favorite and best.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know. You know what I mean.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't know what you mean, because sometimes you do just mean the best.
That's true. That's true.
Distant future. Far
Oh, it's the math question.
Long time no
Uh,
see.
Yeah. Can I show my work on the or yeah? Here, I solved the question, Professor. No, but that alone is not sufficient.
Eggman's got some nerve dropping us here.
Also, I love Knuckles' Lego shoes.
Now, how can we get
Yeah,
back
they're
to our old
weird.
time?
You need a space-time.
But yeah, I think all of the Sonic voices are fine. I do agree that the four kids dub one.
You mean using the glass
Just
to
speak for
control
yourself,
the world.
motherfucker. Eddie, I think
Yes, but that alone,
is insufficient.
Okay,
Got called
sure.
out, Sonic.
It looks like
The
we
four
need
kids
to work
dub.
together.
Sonic definitely had the most emotion. He
Because
was
he can
probably
capture, because he can do every like bit of Sonic's personality. The thing about Roger Craig
Yeah.
Smith is that he can do the cocky parts of Sonic well,
Yeah.
but literally zero else.
I don't think the four kids dub one does cockiness that great.
Then you haven't listened to enough of Jason Griffith.
It's not. I'm not saying he can't do it. I just think I just think compared to the other two, I think his cockiness is not as good.
I don't know, play Unleashed, I guess.
Like I mean, yeah, like he can be cocky. Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. The intro cutscene to Unleashed. It also helps that it also especially doesn't help that Sonic was a little less cocky in this era, and they tried to make him more serious, which is fine. Because when I think of Sonic as a character, people are going to get shit on me. But when I think of Sonic, I think of like a fun, cocky guy with a good heart.
Yeah.
Like if my opinion are his wisecracks annoying in the modern games outside of maybe Frontiers? Yes. Like that's just part of his character. That's just his character though. Like
Well, that's
they
the
don't
thing is that they are a part of his character, but the cocky parts can still the wisecracks can still be not annoying. These two are not mutually
Don't have
exclusive.
him say shit like Baldy McNose hair 3 fucking times in the same game.
There's other people talk about Sonic's personality nowadays. They're not talking about the personality itself, they're talking about what he's saying.
Yeah, like I think Sonic should be cocky. I don't think he should be he shouldn't be like the Fleetway comic and be just a fucking dickhead. That's not what I think of when I think of Sonic, and I think that's what a lot of people want. He just wants them to be like,
Nope, that fucking Marv, you've seen that.
I don't know. I see it again. I see some fucking dumb takes on Twitter.
Most times when people talk about Sonic's personality, they're fine with him like doing the wisecracks. The wisecracks always suck.
Yeah, they have to be fun. They have to be. And my stance,
right.
yeah, my stance is, this is another thing. I think the villains should give him more shit for the wisecracks. Like, they should be like, okay, so in like Spider-Man PS4, like fucking Peter Parker says like Bubsy quality lines of like, is it National Rocket Day or something? But like the enemies give him shit. They're like shut up! Like, and I think that works really well for that game. And then like when he's like when he's fighting Dr. Octavius, it's like, oh, spoilers for 4-year-old game. He's like actually emotional because, you know, he cared about them. He's not like, oh, I guess you're all fried up when he, like, his best friend is dying. Which I'm not gonna remember his name. I'm just gonna, unless you're Roger Craig Smith or and I forget the other one. I forget the first one. Damn it. Okay.
Ryan Drummond.
Ryan Drummond. 4-Kid Sonic is just what I'm gonna call him.
Well, no, 4-Kid Sonic is Jason Griffith.
Oh yeah, I know. I think he does emotion really well. Debatably, the best out of all of them.
Not debatably, he does.
Well, then we're going. Okay, no, then no, okay. Don't be a hypocrite. No. Don't be a hypocrite.
What?
In your opinion, it's not the best.
No, it is the best. I'm telling you that it is the best.
You said when I said that Roger Craig Smith was the best one. You gave me shit.
Because when I grilled you about it, you said, "Well, no, I don't think he's actually the best. He's my favorite." But I'm not saying that Jason Griffith is my favorite at doing emotion. He is the best at doing emotion. I am making a definitive statement.
I think this is being hypocritical. Guys, back me up here. I think he's being a hypocrite.
It's literally not what I grilled you for. Because I said don't say the best if what you mean is your favorite. I don't mean my favorite. I mean the best.
Okay, but like, what if I said like Roger Craig Smith is the best?
Then you have to present an argument for why.
because
you don't even think that.
I don't. But like, I don't know. I think, and again, how do you state your argument for why Roger Craig Smith is just the best overall? I think he's got the best voice. I don't know, but yes. God, I'm never gonna. 4-Kid Sonic is the best at emotion, absolutely. So like that bit, like Secret Rings, where he's like, "Close your eyes," or I don't remember the genie girl's name. And then
Shaska.
Yeah, and she's like, "Close your eyes, it's okay." And it's like, "Aw, thanks, Sonic." And then in Black Knight, there's like, there's the girl that's just like, just absolutely terrified of dying, and she wants to live forever, and she like just cries her heart out. And Sonic's like, "It's okay, death comes for us all in the end."
Yeah. Which is why Black Knight is secretly a good game.
It's like I mean he's not wrong. Oopsies. He's not wrong, but like, damn, Sonic, that's fucked up.
Is it gonna happen again? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. There's a cool shortcut if you homing attack those guys. Which, looking at them now, wow, these are just like, those are, I mean, to be fair, I've seen fire bats are in every video game, but like, those really look like enemies from Devil May Cry. Specifically the third one. Oh no!
What the fuck was I supposed to do?
Just get good, loser.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know about the gameplay of Black Knight. It doesn't look that interesting, but story-wise, I could definitely say they definitely tried a lot with that game. Black Knight is one of the Sonic games I know the least about. Oh, you saved it! Black Knight is the Sonic game I debatably know the least about, as I never played it. I've only seen like a couple of reviews of it. But from what I've seen, the story actually looks pretty damn good. Debatably one of the best Sonic stories.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
And easily the best fucking like transformation. That Knight outfit, holy shit. And also, I don't think giving the idea of giving a Sonic a sword is not, again, if you do it well, fucking do anything, man. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. If the sword works, then cool shit. It's just I don't know if the sword works. I've never played Black Knight.
It does not. I like Black Knight a lot. It is a childhood game of mine. The sword sucks.
Aw. Well, mistakes were made. Also, the E3 tech demo, or E3 trailer show him, like, just running around and unironically Frontiers-ass level design of just grass.
Stop sliding! Jesus Christ.
Of just
Oh my god.
and, like, but then the actual game's just hallways, and I'm like, aw.
I mean, no, there are grass sections of that game.
No, but like big, open, vast fields.
I mean, yeah, well, they exist visually, just not gameplay-wise.
Yeah, I know, but like in the trailers, they actually did show like free roaming stuff, which would later kind of become Frontiers.
So Frontiers wasn't good either. What? Oh, come on!
Oh no! Oh, the game heard you talking shit. I might get some shit for this, but I think the final boss theme in Black Knight, I think it's a little overrated. I didn't like it.
It's whatever.
People fucking love that song. But I don't know, I get shit. I love Infinite's theme, so...
What the fuck?
Fantastic, but I know, I get shit for that.
Yeah, as you deserve, as you should. Then that theme song sucks.
Really cool, and I'm kind of happy they had a little bit of a comeback with that theme in Frontiers. But I think that theme's really good. It helps that it reminds me of like, it helps that I love dumb, corny lyric songs, and that is indeed a dumb, corny lyric song. Because. But no, I think that song's really. I think that song's really fun. I like that song a lot. Because it's sad. Because like 90% of Frontier's soundtrack honestly isn't even that good.
Yeah.
Or not Frontiers. Wait, no. I mean Frontiers. I don't remember much about Frontier's soundtrack either. But. Did
you mean to say Forces?
I meant to say Forces, but Frontiers also, outside of the boss fights, I don't remember much about its soundtrack. What? Anyway, it was just like, peaceful melodies, which were nice.
Oh fuck, there's a mock speed session in here, isn't there? God damn it.
It's like, oh yeah, this is the hardest one in the game.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was like, oh, it's like Nier Automata.
Oh, hey, Dylan.
That game has a good soundtrack. So, yeah,
Nier Automata
Oh, you go first.
Nier Automata is one of those games where the broad strokes look interesting to me, but then I hear RPG elements and I say, fuck that.
From what I've played of it, it's very much a hybrid. It's kind of like Dark Souls, everybody's favorite comparison. And like, it's an action game with RPG elements, but they're like, you kind of need to be competent at both to do well.
That's what Kingdom Hearts is too, and I like Kingdom Hearts in spite of that. Like, I would like Kingdom Hearts way more if it wasn't an RPG.
I will say though, for the most part, you can somewhat, and but like a lot of Nier Automata is combat. It's just you also you gotta get the good weapons and do side quests and stuff, like basic RPG stuff. Like just, I wouldn't even say just RPGs, basic character progression stuff. Use the base weapons, you're not gonna, and don't upgrade them, you're not going anywhere. But I also didn't finish Nier Automata, because that game's like fucking 50 hours long. I don't have infinite free time. If I played it, it was good, but like...
You don't have to have infinite free time to play a 50-hour game. Let's be real.
Look, man, I only have so much time on this earth.
So it's not like you need to spend it playing as many games as possible. You have to scout the laws.
But I'm bad at video games.
Alright.
No. Anyway.
You guys want to watch me play Crisis City again?
Yep, that was fun. Let's do it again. It's gonna take it back now, y'all. But like, I'm like, for example of my bad Sonic music take, like I think the BioLizard theme is better than Live and Learn.
I have no frame of reference. I've only heard Live and Learn.
I fucking love Live. What is the name of the BioLizard theme? It's like I forget the actual name of the song.
I don't know. Half the time songs are just the theme of thing.
It has a name. Supporting me. Which is the theme you play when you fight the Bio Lizard, which is the penultimate fight. That's I love that song. It's really good. Even though you can barely hear the lyrics. I love what is it? What's the name of it? Because there's White Jungle and Black Forest. Hold on, White. Yeah, White Jungle. I love that song. That's from Sonic Adventure 2, and like half of Sonic CD's Japanese soundtrack is amazing. That's not a hot take.
I'll play Sonic Adventure Den 2 one day, and I'll see how the world lies to me about them for years.
About what about it?
That they're good.
I mean, I liked it. It has some of the best controls of any 3D platformer I've ever played. And I think Sonic's level design is pretty good. It's just all the other characters are like just the definition of, oh, we'll put them there. That, I think, is a really good example of make them good, not just get rid of them. Because my thing with the adventure games is like, would it be fucking awesome if it was just Sonic game? If it was just a Sonic game, like it was only Sonic? Yeah, that'd be great. But like that's what gives the adventure game its identity. Like if you just did the same thing every single time, it would get boring. That's what separates like the adventure games. It's side stories that are like they're told in an adventure. So like make the Sonic levels fun, make the Tails levels fun, and make the Knuckles levels fun.
Well, yeah, I get that for Sonic Adventure 1, because it actually has different gameplay styles, but like for Sonic Adventure 2, they don't really play differently, so same goes for Heroes.
Oh, no, wait, talk about it. They play completely differently in Adventure 2.
What? All the characters have the same movesets.
Not Eggman and Tails.
What do they do differently?
They're mechs.
Okay, you're missing what I'm saying. There are two different stories. There is the hero story and there's the dark story. The two stories play the exact same because both sets of
I'm talking the gameplay, like the character gameplay, not the stories. Yeah, the stories are identical.
No, I'm not talking about the stories. I'm talking about the gameplay. Sonic plays like Shadow. Tails plays like Eggman. Rouge plays like Knuckles.
What I'm talking about is that Sonic doesn't play like Tails and Tails doesn't play like Knuckles.
Okay,
and I'm clone of each other.
And I'm expanding that point to that is an example of, do we take this out or do we improve it? Do we make the characters play differently or do we just take out the other story?
Yeah. The other story they can play the same. I don't care, but like make them all fun, which I think
that is an example of make it better because because the story being different in the hero and dark stories. You know that is the reason you play the two different stories.
Yeah, but I'm fine that they're the same. I'm fine that they're the same. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about your thing. I'm talking about my thing. I'm explaining the point.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that is an example for me of
like you just going upwards in the snowboard.
I'm saying that's an example for me of a thing that I would not take out. I would improve, make the other characters play differently. Because I'm going to be playing the other story to experience the rest of the story. So at least I'm going to play something different when I do it. This game fucking sucks, dude.
That's something I never thought of actually, because I've always just been like, yeah, they're just clones. They're just clones of each other, and it's like that's fine. But like, yeah, that sounds. I don't know, because like the problem with that, and now we're going into the should they, because budget and time, and you can't make everything perfect. Is that Adventure tried to have like 7 playable characters, and only Sonic was fleshed out. All the other characters, especially Big and Amy, are just complete afterthoughts. Because their level, I'm not shitting you, their campaigns are like less than an hour long.
This is impossible.
Well, maybe you're just bad at video games. Have you ever thought about that? So you're the guy who played all of Sonic Unleashed PS2. Which first
and that game was also bad. both can be true.
Alright, they're like the same game, but like I'm curious, why did you play the PS2 one when you could just play the Wii one?
Because what? Are you fucking kidding me? Because I was worried about problems with emulating it. Because if the Wii one, Because if the Wii one is, hey, you have to shake to do this thing, and shaking to do the thing
I
isn't...
believe that game has classic controller and GameCube controller support.
Well, I don't know if it does, so I didn't play it on the Wii.
Then do your research.
Why does it matter? The PS2 version is the exact same! So literally, why does it matter?
The PS2 emulator's not as good.
It worked fine enough!
That's all I'm saying. Hey, man, I'm not the one who could barely see the final boss.
Eh. In terms of things that were wrong with Sonic Unleashed for the PS2, the parts that I couldn't see, not high up there. And for all I know, Dolphin has the same problem.
That's all I'm saying. There's a definitive version. You play that one.
But there isn't a definitive version. It's Sonic the Hedgehog for PS2. It sucks either way. It's like, oh, do you want to beat your nuts with a baseball bat, or do you want to beat your nuts with the golf club? It's like, oh, decisions.
Look, man. And also, you get widescreen.
I don't care. The game's not meant to be in widescreen.
Yeah. Yeah, this game's putting me to sleep.
Yeah, because it sucks.
You have like AVGN commentary at this point.
Because I've run out of like detailed things to criticize about it, because I've already said those things.
This game's loaded diarrhea jump.
This game takes a diarrhea dump in my ear. I'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a road-killed skunk and down it with beer.
Man, I saw an AVGN. AVGN did a video semi-recently. Not semi-recently, it was like 5 months ago, on like Kid Icarus, and only the first game. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is way outside the scope. Legit, I don't think it would just be an impossibility for him to just do the entire Kid Icarus franchise. Like the Game Boy game and Uprising. Like, that game's 10 years old, man, okay? Superman 64 was younger when he reviewed it. Like, man, come on, man. You can do it. I thought that was a huge missed opportunity for him to just do the entire series. AVGN's cool, but I feel like with other video game content creators, his style's a little too simple. What I'm saying was, get with the times, old man.
I don't know, because whether or not an AVGN review is like funny to me is entirely dependent on how much he tries, and sometimes it feels like he's trying really hard. Other times it feels like he isn't trying all that hard.
Whatever, because he needs to pay rent.
Like what was the Majora's Mask review really doing?
Well, isn't that one of the ones that he put like a ton of effort into?
Well, yeah, he put a ton of effort into, but in terms of like, because what's that? Again, I'm talking about like whether or not I find it funny, and that one was more like it actually
wasn't necessarily him making as much commentary, more just him experiencing the game.
That one was like an actual experience with Majora's Mask as opposed to an angry video game video.
Is the best one. That and the one where he beats up Bugs Bunny. That one's also really good. Like, and when I say like, old AVGN was better than new one, modern AVGN is not bad, not at all. It's not like modern JonTron. It's like wow, there's a jump in quality.
Well, modern JonTron isn't bad, so.
Not dip in quality. Where it's like your old stuff is literally some of the best content on YouTube, and your modern stuff is like just slop. If you ask me, everything past Star Pit, JonTron is bad. But but modern AVGN, is it as good? No. Is it still good? Yes. It's just with channels like Scott the Woz, you gotta step it up. I don't know how that man does so much good content in such quick amounts of time.
I keep using the lightspeed dash, it keeps not working.
Is it on the action button?
It's on the square button.
Yeah, did they do the stupid thing? Oh, square button, okay. They do the stupid thing where they have every single action on one button. Adventure 2 does that.
As far as I've played, this game also does that, because sliding and spinning and the lightspeed dash are all on square.
Yeah, they do the Adventure 2 thing. A lot of mods and Project 06...
What the fuck?
Okay, there goes your P rank. I'll do the smart thing and put it so the light speed dash is on triangle. Also, this is not a complaint. I just find it weird. Those fire enemies look absolutely nothing like anything from the Sonic game.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point.
It's fine. Again, it's not a negative. It's just kind of just very jarring. What I'm getting at is I'm not huge on this game's art direction. For 2006, it looks fine, but I think its art direction is bad.
It is the Super Smash Bros. Brawl of Sonic games.
Oh, don't you ever just peak like that.
Brawl's art direction is terrible.
Brawl's art style is not bad. It is peak, and it was all the hype in 2008. You telling me you don't like Mario with realistic jean or overalls with his gross fucking face? I Brawl's art style is such a guilty pleasure.
I find it hilarious that there's a Smash Bros. Game that looks like that, but the art style itself is bad.
Look, man. Sometimes it's okay to be wrong. That's all I'm saying. You're at max speed now.
Hmm?
You doing the max speed section?
No, I'm getting up to where I died last time.
Man, this world's gonna be a crisis city before you finish this game.
Yeah.
I just said, fuck it, loading screen video game. Okay, that point of say, okay, mechanics bad, take it out. Loading screens, you okay? I think you win that one. I don't think you can make that more fun. I think you should just take it out. You win that round.
As I did the previous one.
You don't gotta bully me like that. You're not always right. Sometimes we make mistakes. And if you admit that you're always right, then you're a loser, and you're probably not that fun to talk to.
Ah, but I am always right. That's the problem.
Because if you think that you win every argument and don't take the idea from the other side, then you're just really one-dimensional.
Well, I do both. I learn from the other side, and also I'm always right. Alright, game.
Well, you're always right, then why didn't you land that homing attack then, buddy? Huh?
One has nothing to do with the other.
Game's heard you talking shit. It knows, man. This game knows.
Yes.
Yes! Yeah. I love that he does a backflip with every homing attack.
Now is it Mox speed?
I don't remember.
Look, if Gavin was wrong about something, he would kill himself, and Gavin's still breathing, so do the math. I wouldn't kill myself if I was wrong. I would just take everything that I got wrong, and then do it right next time, so that now I'm always right.
I would simply learn from the situation.
I mean, yeah, literally. if I'm ever wrong in an argument, then I just take whatever I was wrong about, make it correct, and now I'm always right.
He's a loser. I'd just parry the wrong argument.
Until I reach the event horizon of arguments, and I'm just always right ever.
I don't know. You've gone up to your parents and be like, "Hey, can I stay up till 12?" And your parents is like, "No." And you're like, "Why not?" It's like, because there's school tomorrow and we need you to be prepared. Did you win that argument?
Maybe it's just a difference between black families and white families. I was never allowed to have that argument. if I ever said why, the answer was, fuck you, get your ass beat, go to bed.
Oh, that's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe just maybe just difference in parenting. I thought I put my political campaign up on wanting to stay up till 2 o'clock.
Yep, it's Mach speed time. That tornado's carrying a car.
Oh, geez. You know, actually, praising Sonic 06, legitimately pretty good car physics.
True, but that's another example of, did it need to be in? did this Sonic game need to have fucking a robust physics engine?
All about graphic flexing. Should they put their priorities on other things? Probably.
Why would they make it say you can't see here? This is terrible.
You like Crash Bandicoot?
I actually okay. That's the big reason that's part of the big reason I don't really have any interest in playing Crash games. Because the corridor system of 3D platforming just doesn't seem very interesting to me, and also the reverse levels.
Yeah, they're just kind of, I don't know. I played the first one and it was fine, and then I played 2 and it was not as good, and then I played 3 and it was not as good.
No, it's impossible. It's literally impossible.
Excuse me. It's possible. Hypothetical. It is possible. You just didn't do it right. Son of my Ben Shapiro. I don't know why I have fist bump stuck in my head now.
Because it's a decently catchy song.
It's way too catchy. It's not even that good. It's just way too catchy.
Rings.
I think this is one of the levels where losing all your rings when you get hit is.
Well, yeah. This presents a. See, this is where I would go, or this is where I would say this. The problem isn't with the ring system. The problem is with the Mach speed section, because the whole point of the ring system is that you can recollect your rings, but you can't do that in Mach speed sections.
I don't know, man. I don't see anybody bitching about Subway Surfers.
Well, that's because people who play Subway Surfers are fucking losers.
What? Get the fuck out of here. Subway Surfers is the peak for when you're in a lecture and you don't give a shit about that lecture.
Endless Runners are kind of bad.
You clearly did not have an iPhone or iPod.
Oh no, I definitely played them, and that's why I think they're bad.
Chat, back me up. Subway Surfers is peak. Oh, bye. At least for a mobile game. I'm not like, it's where it shines. I like Endless Runners quite a bit. I think they're pretty fun.
But aren't you also of the opinion that games need to end?
I'm talking like mobile games. Just pick up and play.
What's the difference?
One's a mobile game, one's a console game. You spend nothing on a mobile game. It's just to waste time. A console game is something you want to have an experience with.
Speak for yourself. When I play games, I play them because I am bored, and because I find games fun.
Look, man. I wouldn't fuck if you had a kid and he wanted to ride the teacup ride. You wouldn't go, no, son, we're not going on there. We're because that's lacking in substance. It's lacking in replay value. You wouldn't do that.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on the situation.
No, son, we are going on Space Mountain for the 5th time.
Which people would argue. Many people would make the argument to me that I would just be a bad parent, which I agree with. So, which is why I'm never gonna have kids. You know, just discounting the fact that kids are also just stupid and I hate them.
This game here hears you talking shit. You're playing this level again.
Yeah, and then the stream ends.
I like that the rocks can hit you.
Yep. That's my favorite part too.
The funny thing,
I didn't touch anything. I just didn't touch anything is the problem.
The funny thing is that in Project 06, these levels are actually really easy. Man. Man, maybe GameSpot giving this game a 4 out of 10. Maybe they were on to something.
4 out of 10 is really high.
Well, I don't know. My stance is that there's only so many lower numbers. And at that point,
yeah, there's like 3 whole ones to use. That's a lot.
But then how do you make games that are like barely games, like fucking Action 52. Like, I think we're gonna have to come up with
the
a
answer
less number.
the answer is it a game? Yes or no? Is it good? Yes or no? It's not that hard.
I don't know. Like, there are games that are like I don't know.
Because you've asked this before and you say like, oh, what would you give Tetris? And it's like, well, yeah, it's based on Tetris' game design. I would give Tetris like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, there are only so many low numbers to go low before we're just like grouping every game that you just didn't like at a 1.
That's
And
fine.
then, like, are they all equally shit? The
No,
answer
but
is
that
actually
doesn't.
kinda. Yeah,
But you don't have to put them all just because they're all the same number doesn't mean they're all equally shit. That's a given.
yeah. Um, I might be crazy. I think Action 52 is worse than Sonic 06. Oh, you just
I said when I died that I said when I died the stream was over.
Oh no. Oh no, but you didn't beat it. You can't fully have your opinion of a game if you didn't beat it.
Well, I'm gonna come back to it. It's not over forever.
Nah, it's done. We're done here. Never again. How many streams did it take for you to beat Unleashed?
5. But yeah, that's it. The worst game is life. Arguably, yeah.
The board game? Oh, I that joke went right over my head. I mean, I don't think the board game is that great.
Me neither. It's really fucking boring. It's literally go forward and then the game ends.
I will double down on this. The worst game of all time is Tic-Tac-Toe.
Yeah, it's pretty down there.
I think I would rather play Action 52 over Tic-Tac-Toe.
Well, okay. In the question of would I rather play Tic-Tac-Toe or something else, I'd rather play Tic-Tac-Toe instead of Sonic 06. But Tic-Tac-Toe is a worse game. All right, then. That's it for you people. Bye.